Alrighty guys, welcome back. This is Weefreemen and I'm joined by the one, the only, JustHarry. How are you doing, Harry?
Yeah, no man, I'm doing pretty good. Fairly hyped to ECS, and we're pretty underway from what I can tell.
Yes, we are going to be pretty late coming into this game, but nonetheless, I'm pretty pumped. I mean, Godsent versus Tricked, and I mean, we can already see the scoreline 10-8. So Godsent aren't actually charging ahead like some people might expect them to. Well, actually, from the recent scoreline, maybe not.
Yeah, I'm actually having some tech issues, so if you just want to take it away till I get in, I'll be all good.
Yeah, we will see you in there in a moment. So you can see we're obviously currently on round 19, 10 rounds on the board for Godsent, 4 AKs and AWP ball up on Trick side. So they're going to be able to do a lot of damage on here, but with a lot of utility on the side of Godsent. So they're going to be able to try and counter these sort of pushes, which we can see from Fountain, from Tricked. And we have seen SE do very well previously, open up sides, open up the corridors, and getting his team through. The question is, can he do it against an awful JW? And saying that, he is actually going to be peeking around the corner. JW could easily find this kill if Maeve pushes around any further. I mean, Sinead that is trying to get some information, but it's not really working out for him, so he's going to have to back off. And Flusher going to be trying to hold towards with JW, maybe going for any trade kills that come out, which might be any second as SE Tag, it might be pushing through that smoke himself. As I say that, the spray comes out through the smoke by Maeve onto JW there. Just miss that, we do see Sinead on the side, trying to hide in the smoke, and it's so perfectly done now. He takes that one, not quite the second one, as Maeve takes him off, and the bomb plant is going to be going down, and Tricks are going to be fighting for the line against Crims and Pronax. How can these two godly players take this off? Pronax trying to sneak up the stairs here, and Crims from bank, both with M4s in hand, and it looks like they might actually just be deciding to retreat as Crims starts going down, but Pronax is just going in for the kill. He picks up one. Maybe he's scaring them to try and get them to go back and waste a lot more of their economy, because if we have a look quickly, Godsent are not really looking so healthy on the side of economy. They're not going to be able to buy up next round properly, and considering they've won the last 3 rounds. So 3 players remain on the side of Tricks. They're going to be able to take through at least the side from Maeve. So he's going to be able to drop that over to Judgy on the other side when they come through. So it has actually gone up to 9-10. They're catching up to Godsent, so this could potentially be the equalizer round if Godsent can't equal it out. And are you back with the world of living there?
Yeah, I'm alive, I'm ready. 9-10 is the scoreline currently, and while Tricked, they're only 1 round behind. They get their first round on the board after losing the first 3, the pistol round and the subsequent anti-ecos. They did manage to win that first rifle round, and now we're going to be seeing Godsent. They've still got a fairly formidable buy together, plenty of utility here to carry them through into this round, and currently Tricked, they're trying to take control of mid and connector early on. They've left Maeve in towards B to try and put the hurt on these players, and well, look at this positioning here from Schneider, and Flusher over towards Long. They've got a lot of aggression here. They're ready to counteract Tricked if they try to go out mid. And this is exactly where they're going to want to be, as it is looking like mid's going to be the area up for contention. He has 3 tag as well, playing down in towards connector. He's of course there on his own, just exerting some pressure onto it early on, trying to flush out those players, and they do get control of it. So that's going to allow them to quickly rotate in between B and A, which is going to make for some fairly interesting strategic possibilities, such as fakes later on into the round.
Yeah, I mean, SE Tag has just continually dominated that sort of area in previous games, so he's continually doing it. So I would have thought they might have done the research and checked into sort of him doing that, and maybe put out some hurt down there early on to stop this sort of ownership, which they've done exactly like you mentioned. Rotate all the way through sewers, completely own that. Now they're pushing into B here through Monster. 2 players out, Maeve and SE Tag. Flashes and Smoke's going to be coming out onto the side. JW with the AWP is going to put a lot of damage there, and he actually takes out SE Tag through the smoke. It's going to be very painful. So first kill is coming out. Flash from the Pronax himself. He's going to be popping out, trying to stop the bomb blast, and he doesn't actually stop him. He's going to get traded out by who done there. And Schneider here coming up very sneakily from behind.
Yeah, it's going to go 4 and 3. 1-man advantage leaning the way of Godsent, but the advantage Tricked have now is that bomb has been down for quite some time. It is ticking away, and while Joker's going to be able to get 1, it's going to get traded into by JW. It's going to go 1 on 3. Make that a 1-on-1 in the blink of an eye as Maeve and Hunden both chime in with frags, equalize it out, and now it's going to be this 1 versus 1 JW versus Hunden. JW goes for the spray, and he finds good damage, but it's not enough. Instead of 27 HP, just trying to bait this one out. Time's ticking away. JW, he's fast running out of it. It's a resource he can't get back. He's going to go for the defuse. He's going to just be able to get this. Opponent doesn't go for the peak, but he does so. And there we go. What a back and forth round. They do manage to secure it, and it's going to go 10-10 as Tricked find that equalizing round. and put their 10th on the board.
Wow, so they have actually managed to bring it back. I mean, if we have a quick look at the scoreline, it hasn't been really like too back and forth in the sort of shortcomings like we do see sometimes on games. It's been very much one side takes a lot of rounds, and the following round just, I mean, a team on the other side then bring it back quite fast as well. And so on this round, we're going to be seeing a quasi-buy coming out from Godsent, a few P250s, and also JW with the Deagle here, going in for the one-taps. He's not actually going to get any Mave, going to be taken up for an axe, but traded out by Crims, who does actually manage to pick up the UMP for his efforts here, and we do see Ezitad taking out JW now. Crims with the UMP with the kill of his zone, but no, he's actually going to get shut down in the end. Then Snyder eventually going to be taken out by Nico. So Harry, I mean, what would you protect for the next round from Godsent? I mean, they're going to have to go for the sort of full buy here, and if they don't sort of bring this back quickly, this could start spiraling out of control.
Yeah, well, the issue that we have is Trick, they're chaining a lot of rounds together, and that's something you want to avoid when you're playing on the CT side. It's more expensive for you to be able to buy, so already they're investing a lot more into this, meaning they're kind of in this buy, lose, save situation, and that's what we're seeing right now. I mean, they're 3 rounds down consecutively. Trick, they're building up quite a healthy economy, and when you let the T side run away with something like that when you're on the more expensive side, it can spell disaster here for the long-term effects into this game. They really need to try and turn this one around. And well, this could potentially be the round for it. We're seeing a little bit of a change of pace here. 3 players down towards B, 2 in towards A. And while we have noticed Schneider and Flusher playing over towards long previously, now they're opting to move down into toilets, take this a little bit more passively, passive-aggressively. They're not overextending, but they are still in forward positions. They're not peeking out when they don't have to, though. And look at this aggressive play as well by Godsent out into B. They push 2 players through. Monster Pronax is going to find 1 onto Maeve, and that's going to give them the 1-man advantage very early on here. Tricked. They're trying to push out mid to find some sort of way of answering back. They do get a little bit of map control for Pronax's sacrifice. Plush is playing up close to the smoke. It's going to get taken down by Hutton, and now it's going to go 4 on 4, but he's on 5 HP, so there's a good bit of damage exchanged back and forth. They do win mid control for their troubles, but Schneider's still standing firm as he finds 1 back on Hutton and trades it back with that 1-man advantage now going in favor of Godsent, and this is probably the most favorable position we've seen them in so far. Schneider gets a second as well on the board. He's just holding down this A site. JW looking in towards long, might be able to pick 1 up on a Jugsent, and he does so. And now it's all going to fall on an Eco 1 versus 4. He picks up that first frag on a Schneider. Got to try and land this second. JW still remaining firm over towards the site, not letting it fall just yet. And there's an enemy at the gates, JW. What are you going to do about that as he gets tagged down? And while the trades in HP just going back and forth, 20 seconds left. Not a lot of time here for Nico to try and hold on to this, as it's looking like he's just going to save, walking back into the waiting arms of Crims.
He's just gonna unfortunately back away. He's gonna turn time to see Crims, but unfortunately it's more or less sort of falling into his arms, the arms of death as it were. And that's gonna be another round on board for Godsent. They, like you sort of mentioned, really need that before it really does spiral out of control and Trick to manage to build up the economy too far, which fortunately that was the round they needed to do before Trick built up a little bit of a backup money. So we're gonna be seeing very much a force buy come out from Trick. 2 Galils, 2 Tech 9s, and an AK on Judgy. And I would have thought he might have actually chucked that across to potentially someone like Ezitad, who does do a lot of the clearing out work. It seems like we might not be seeing that. And it's quite interesting to see from Godsent that they have played aggressive here onto the sewers. But Nico coming in, taking down JW and Crims as well for his efforts. And Nico is just the destroyer. He's going to be able to take out 2 players and pretty much just allowed to push on and stop any sort of defensive maneuvers from Pronax and turn around the corner, taking him out before the last 2 Godsent players are going to be coming in and taking him out. Now they're going to be taking another. And that is a Mavic gone, Judgy with the AWP in a perfect angle to sort of counter their push if they decide to do that. But he is going to have to try and watch out from behind in case there's a player there. Unfortunately for him, no one is there, so he's just wasting his time. Schneider pushing up. He actually misses the first shot there, going in for the second one. But unfortunately for him, Schneider did dodge it. He's not going to be picking the one out of the corner, but fortunately for him, Schneider does take him out with a flame there. Straight up against Ezitad, and he's going to take him out, and he's going to go in for the defuse here. 4 HP left on him, Harry. I mean, that was potentially a little bit too close for comfort. I mean, the time of that as well must have been minuscule seconds left.
Yeah, I mean, Nico, he was out for blood. He found 3 very early on with the aggressive Tech 9 play, put it into a really favorable situation early on with bomb planted. Perhaps overextended a little bit trying to find that one on a Pronax. I just think, he thought if he went aggressive early on, no one in Godsent would be in position to get the trade. Sadly, they were. And he was very much the linchpin of that round. It came down to him, to win those duels out for his team. And when he falls, sadly, so did the rest of Tricked. But they do get that bomb plant more importantly, and they do a lot of damage. Look at Godsent's buy up into this round. I mean, it's less than ideal. I mean, they have a good bit of utility, but they have to sacrifice with some of these rifles, downgrading to a FAMAS and a UMP. And we'll look at it. So they're being punished for it now. 2 players full. It's going to be those The FAMAS and the M4 now out of the hands of Godsent. Bomb goes down as well. Schneider's going to be the only player left alive on site. Hunter goes in for the pick and is able to get that trade frag as Maeve does fall on site, but it's a 1-for-1 trade. Puts it into a 4-on-2, and now it's all going to fall in a Flusher and JW. And, well, when you look at their economy, it's very clear they're not going to want to go for this one. Less than $750 between them. Flusher actually on 0. He doesn't have, you know, even an inkling of change rattling around in his pocket. He's completely broke. So Tricked, they're going to take this now to 12-12 as they secure that equalizing round once again.
Just Godsent there, doing their best to get out of dodge there, and they're going to be able to do that with trying to get some sort of trade kills there. We can see Flusher waiting for them to push around the corner, trying to sort of trade up his UMP for an M4 that they have lost. He's going to go for it and try and push for them. And unfortunately, I mean, he's going to be going into the next round with next to no money. So I mean, really, was that worth the risk?
I mean, you know, ballsiness goes a long way, but you know, when you completely ruin yourself in terms of your money, you know, maybe not.
I mean, if you look at it this way, he could have taken that one, pushed into sewers, and that's where SE Tag has continually pushed. And if they'd done the sort of research they would have needed to into this sort of team over the last few days, they would have known that he's been playing aggressive there and to be able to try and counter. I mean, look at this. Straight away, 2 players pushing down there. Flusher being there might have been early information out for them to be able to know where they're going to be coming from, but nonetheless, we're going to see 2 players on Godsent side over towards long. They have already killed a player. JW being able to take down Hunden there, and Maeve holding up behind, making sure no one's going to be rotating in through sort of from behind like Flusher had done before. But Nico is going to be able to find JW. That is an orb dropped, and that's going to be a big loss, especially as only 1 player left has a rifle on the side of Godsent. So they're going to be pushing straight onto A, and they're going to be pretty much uncontested. But Flusher going to be able to take Maeve, and the bomb is left at Fountain. So this is a little bit of well, massive mistake, as Nico's going to get taken down by Snyder, and Pronax is coming up from a site along with his one of his teammates.
The real issue here is, I mean, Flusher finds that frag, and as a result, that's bomb dropped. So they managed to get bomb down, put it into a 4-on-2, and they're all rotating in towards that direction. You got 3 players up towards A, Flusher over towards the bomb, and it's going to leave East Tag, sorry, stuck between a rock and a Flusher place. I think he's going to come on through. Let's find one on a Flusher, and Crims makes it a 3rd as he finds one on a Pronax as well. He's going to be going for the 4th, gets greedy. Schneider takes him down, and now it's going to go 1-on-1 here. 30 seconds left, not a lot of time left to play around with, and well, here's 3 Tag trying to do what he can. He's going to rotate back out in a minute. Schneider finds him with the spray down from the AK. That's a hat trick there for him, and it's going to put it 12-13. Godsent, they take the lead once again, but just barely. Although it was on the back of a round that they really shouldn't have been winning. I mean, the play from Flusher almost single-handedly locking in that round. And, well, it's going to yield them a 1-round advantage now over their opponents.
Yeah, I mean, if we have a look at the scoreline here, I mean, Snyder and Flusher are leading the charge, and Snyder by quite a few kills as well, compared to, I mean, the other side, where the kills are quite a bit sort of more spread out there across the side of Tricked. But that round was so crucial to be able to move forward, especially being able to do a half-decent buy. I mean, half-decent, very decent, 2 UMPs, 2 M4s, and AK. And on the side of Tricked, they're going to be looking a little bit more desperate. But they have got a full buy coming out, and Flusher is going to be playing straight up against Nico, going to be able to find a kill. Is he going to be able to find the next 2, which are going to be coming straight for him any second, as he is going to be pushing up with May. Try covering his Suiza. He's going to be able to find the kill as Snyder tried to enter him through mid there. And JW going in for the trade, but Maeve with one of his own, completely denying them the advantage there. Now, Georgie, can he get the kill over towards long? No, he does pick up the flush, sort of take 9 there. Pronax with that sneaky UMP coming up from Suiza. He's going to be able to find the kill. Headshot straight onto Maeve. He's going to back off, not going for the risk there. Doesn't even stop to pick up the AK.
Yeah, it's going to go with a 1-man advantage now in favor of Godsent. Once again, starting things off well on CT side. Jugi's going to come on through, though. Puts it back into a 2-on-2 with the equalizing frag. And now it's all going to fall into Pronax and Crims. And they're all the way down towards B. Bomb's currently making its way up towards A. Crims is going in for the flank up through Connector. And Pronax slowly making his way up through the pulls up towards that A site, rotating in past Heaven. Bomb still isn't down just yet. 35 seconds left. They're out on the site. They're in a good position to trade this one. They've got to bear in mind, though, Crims, look at him being a little sneaky. I'm you know, little sneaky beaky like play coming in from behind. Good nade as well, and Herndon's going to put it into a, you know, slight HP advantage now in favor of Godsent. But that timer is ticking away. Crims comes in from behind. Is able to find a little bit of damage out of Jugi, but he's going to be able to pick that one up. Pronax getting some one on Herndon over towards the site, puts it into a 1-on-1, and now Jugi's got to try and land this shot. Has the AWP in hand, and Pronax is going aggressive, slowly but surely, trying to bait him out of position. And Jugi's going for these picks. He's trying to take them. He takes out the Tech 9 as it's going to fall into a close range. The combat here goes for the spray down, and Pronax You just got ruined, my friend. It's going to go 13-13 now as Tricked. They equalize things back out, and it's just been back and forth these past couple of rounds, being handed to one team, then picked back up by the other. And I've got to give it to them. Tricked, they're looking very strong right now on the T side. They can pick up the slack when they need to and equalize things out. But the issue is, we haven't seen them in the lead yet. And, you know, they can keep surviving for as long as they like. The issue is, they need to at some point just put the final, you know, bullet in the beast that is Godsent and actually, you know, win. They need to do more than just, you know, stave off defeat.
Indeed, they really need to prove that gods can beat. As I say, that Snider's going to be able to find one. Can he find second? No! Uden does actually take him down. And now we're left with two players left with pistols on the side of Godsent, with JW on the USP then. Not going to be so fantastic. Flusher in toilets. He could easily be in the close range to be able to take them out with one shot. And Pronak's going to be holding up from sewers as well. And he's going to hope no one sneaks up behind him. And he's not really keeping an eye on that either. So it's such a dangerous situation to be in, and like you mentioned, Trick just really need to put the bullet in the beast and sort of take it forward, because I mean, before we sort of joined onto this game, we did actually see both teams take numerous rounds, I mean at least 5 rounds in a row from each other, but as soon as we join, it is very much that back and forth, and they just can't seem to get the streak on. We're seeing teams win rounds they shouldn't, like 2 rounds ago when Godsent actually managed to make sort of come back and sort of get that round when they didn't have the full buyout. They went for the full force, 3 players on pistols, and yeah, I mean, it worked out perfectly for them. I think it was maybe the pressure that helped on that, because a lot of players do play under that. And as I say that, Flusher going to be able to connect with one of the players, but Jugi there is going to be trying to enter in that build. Flash can turn around corner. He's going to get taken out by Flusher, so that is another gun down. JW, the last man alive. If he comes in from behind, he could easily pick up a gun. And as I say that, Maeve and the rest of his team are going to be going in, planting bomb. Going to be protected from behind, making sure no one's going to be coming in. But I mean, would you say JW should just go pick up a gun and then run for dodge and just save?
Well, I mean, you know, there's swings and roundabouts here, really. I mean, it is 1 versus 3. It's not very likely he can do it with the USP. Hunden and Maeve are quite low. But the issue is, I mean, they've had plenty of time to get into post-plant positions. You know, the crossfires are set up. The aggro as well from Maeve towards Long is just going to be able to pick up JW there. The interesting thing is that JW wanted to try and do something, right? Now, that round was basically a lost cause as he comes into it with just the USP in hand. The problem is, Godsent don't want to lose 2 in a row because then it gives Trick the advantage. And, you know, that's what was going to happen either way. I think he just, you know, he needed to do some damage. That was the key thing. They wanted to try and keep Trick's economy fairly low because they know that they've just come off the back of having a very back-and-forth round. Sorry, back and forth couple of rounds. So they know that their economy isn't going to be doing too great. If he'd been able to take down, you know, 1 player, then we might have been able to see a much weaker buy. You might not have necessarily seen the AWP up on Jugi. You might not have seen, you know, as much utility across the board, just something like that. Whereas, you know, Godsent now they're having a force buy up behind this round. It's not as good an outcome as it could have been. But regardless, let's see if they can make it work for them as we head into the 28th round. 14-13 is the scoreline currently, with Trick taking a 1-round advantage over their Swedish opponents. Flash is going to go as Crims goes aggressive, finds one on a Maeve, and that's going to yield them the 1-man advantage early on, as well as the stopping power of that AK-47. It's also going to completely shut off B as Pronax now takes up position here. So now they have a lot of information out of this play. They know that B isn't the site in question. Flasher goes aggressive as well, finds 2 with the spray, and now it's going to go 2-on-4. Schneider comes on through as well. The bromance that is blossoming between these 2 Swedish players here. I don't know if you've noticed, but they've been inseparable, joined at the hip on these pushes, and well, once again, it's come up trumps as they find those frags, and now it's all going to fall in a Jugi. 1 versus 5, has the AWP in hand, but you know, with this many Swedes left to deal with, I'm not too confident in his ability to round this one off. But potentially he could do is he's getting closer to the bomb. Actually manages to sneak plus Snyder as well, but they're not going to be giving up the position of this bomb just yet.
No, and he's just snuck up there, so if they push past him, and Flush is going to see his gun, takes him out with the headshot, and that is AWP in the hands of Godsent if they decide to. There you go. JW, he's got a present for you. Boom. And that's an M4 in the hands of Flusher. And like you mentioned, I mean, the relationship that seems to be coming out between Schneider and Flusher is fantastic. It's beautiful to see on this new lineup on Godsent. So we're down to an equalizer, Harry. 14-14. The pressure is on, Tricked on the back foot. But we've seen what both teams can do whilst on the back foot. We saw that last round. Godsent, back foot. A few rounds before, back foot, they won. So I think Tricked could do this if they really wanted to. And they're going to be sort of pushing over towards Fountain here. And probably looking to take over mid. And they're going to be playing against the formidable foe that is Schneider. He doesn't have his partner in crime, Flusher, nearby. So he's going to be pretty sort of dependable on himself to try and hold this off. And we've got a very strong presence over towards B at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, just mid isn't the place you want to be right now. There is a lot of angry, tricked players. They're slowly making their way up toilets, and, well, the brunt of this is going to fall on Schneider and Flush to try and hold this one back. Flush is playing solo over towards A. He gets a lot of information, and the rotate's going to be coming in from JW very early on, and now that's it. Everyone's rotating on through. They've got to try and deal with Schneider as well. They're going to be coming in from behind. Flusher gets taken down by Hunden, and now bombs getting planted. But the rotate isn't going to be fast enough to deny anything too major, and that bomb's been ticking already for a little bit. That's going to buy Tricked a precious extra few seconds here. Off of that defuse, Pronax is going to enter as he does find one, but then Maeve gets that return frag, puts it into a 4-on-3 with the one-man advantage leaning back now in favor of Tricked here. Crim's trying to equalize things out as best he can, but then Schneider's going to fall now. It's going to leave it in a 2 versus 3 to try and clutch this one out. And well, Hunden finds one in a JW, and then Nico's there to finish things off. Crims falls, and so does the hope of the Swedish nation. Godsent, they're going to be on the back foot. 15-14 is the scoreline currently, as Tricked take it to match point. Map point, sorry. And, well, the buy from Godsent is going to be fairly lackluster into the most critical round of the game.
I don't know whether that's a good thing or bad thing. We've seen both of these teams just winning rounds they shouldn't. I mean, Tricked got all the way over towards A site pretty much before they got engaged. By some Flusher, I think it was on A, and even by that point it was easy just to stomp through because of the pure numbers they had and firepower. And I mean, they're on the back foot, managed to take it. This time we are going to see a bit of a more presence over towards A. They're not going to let this happen again, not let them rush all the way through and get a massive presence there. So we're going to be seeing obviously force buy coming out from Godsent, and interestingly enough, the Mag 7 down in Suez. Fortunately for him, he is going to be going facing straight up against Isaac, who has got a Galil, but at that close range he could easily have the advantage. He does, takes the shot, takes another one, does manage to collect it in the end, so that's going to be a little bit of money in the bank, but that's not the point right now. We're going to see Joe coming up behind. He's going to damage him, but not quite enough to kill him, as he's taking down to 24 HP here, stuck in Suez. Flusher going to be able to find the bomb kill as well. This is crucial information. They're going to be rotating to want to be able to control this fully now. We're going to see them pushing from A side over towards it. 2 players on Trick's side going to be pushing from Fountain and Party area.
Yeah, it's going to be a 5-on-3. Good Molotov to find on the Pronax. He's now going to get flushed out of position, so they're doing that 2-man advantage, but they're getting the information now as to where the remaining players of Godsent are. They know that Pronax has pushed up aggressively into mid, and, well, they're trying to play off of this as best they can. Bomb stuck in toilets currently, and there's not too many Godsent players here to try and deal with it. You have got the presence of Flusher towards Long, but that's going to get relieved very quickly by Yugi. Puts it into a 4-on-3 now as they try to bait this one out over towards A little bit more. There are 2 players here to try and deal with it. 2 players in towards B, but JW goes aggressive. He's going to get punished for it now. It's all going to fall on Schneider. Try and hold down this site. He's got a Galil in hand, and he might be able to find one frag. He does good damage, but Nico picks it up. Crims trying to equalize things with that AWP. Does get one onto Nico now. It's going to go 2-on-2 here for the defuse, and while Jugi's going to spot out Pronax. This isn't the situation you want to be in, not on the other end of that long-bladed rifle here as he goes in for the peak, and while Pronax is going to fall now, it's all going to be on Crims 1 versus 2. He's got to try and show his secret AWPing talents here as he pushes out from Graffiti. Still locked in this 1 versus 2. They're just trying to bait him on out, and Jugi gets it. It's going to go 16-14 as Tricked. They managed to secure that first map on the board, and what a match that was.
Wow, just incredible that in the end, 2 players left to be able to clutch that out, and they did exactly that, Harry. I'm really happy to see Tricked performing it so well, and unfortunately, they did get that rotate in, and they took one of the players straight off guard as they pushed through Suez in towards short. So we will be right back into the second map, and if I'm right in saying, Harry, that is actually going to be Train, so that's going to be an interesting to watch.
Yeah, no, I mean, I always dig a good old match of Train. Been casting a lot with the ESCA recently. I think it's going to be a good one.
We'll be right back.
I'm a streamer on Twitch, full-time streamer on Twitch, and I go by Summit1G. Basically, what I like different about the keyboard compared to the one I'm using right now is I'm using red switches right now. It feels like you have to press the red switch keys down a lot further than you have to on the new rapid-fire keyboard. It feels a lot different. It feels like you're going to be able to type faster, pressing keys down while you're moving in Counter-Strike and stuff like that. It's going to be a lot more natural. It's just going to be quicker in general. I like the rapid-fire keyboard because of the new key switches and feeling like pressing them is just super natural and just easy for me.
Having the fastest keys in game will allow me to have an edge against my opponents, and that will allow me to win.
I think the most useful equipment to play at high level is the keyboard, because you have to move around in the game and be very quick with your movement. I prefer cherry keys because it's swift, it's easy to press.
I like using cherry keys because it feels smooth and fast.
I use the K70 keyboard, which is the perfect fit for me. It's the best keyboard ever made.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, and we are back and ready to go on Train, which is actually Godsent map. And as usual, I'm joined by Harry. How you doing?
Yeah, no, man, I'm doing fantastic, and maybe not as usual. You're doing, but maybe more like on this weird one-off. I'm here, and it's been good fun. It's been good fun. And you know, knife round being a knife round, no one really knows what to say. Trick just stabbing people, getting out stabbed. Actually, as it turns out, not too good with these knives. Saying that though, Nico, look at him go, man. He's even in the knife round, even in just brutal hand-to-hand combat, he's still borderline unstoppable. Yeah, no, but I mean, we saw the first map go the way of Tricked, and well, they just barely did it at the end. 16-14 victory, nothing too shabby from them, but it was on their map pick from what I understand. So, potentially a good bit of room here for Godsent to try and, put the hurt back onto them.
Indeed, and just like to mention, I mean, obviously you said not much to cast about in the knife round. That's because we're no scrawny. Isn't that right, Harry?
Yeah, exactly. We are no one else can do that. That's his thing. I mean, I could give it a go, but I'm never going to challenge that territory.
No. I'm no knife round rapper, or whatever you prefer to speak about it. So either way, going into the knife round, we're going to see 4 sets of armor on either side, some utility. And a nice bit of a rush over towards Ivy. JW going in for the headshots. Does actually do a little bit of damage. Not enough, though. Takes out one in the end. And Nico falling, and Juggy there. And now Maeve, last one alive, and wow, that shot from JW going to be taking him out straight down to 2 versus 5 there. He's going to get dinked down to 1 HP. He's going to go back and try and protect the bomb. Easy tag there. Going to be trying to take down Flusher by Electrical Box, but Flusher might have an answer on his own as he returns to the shots and takes him out. 13 HP left on the board, and Huden, the dogman, as it were, in Danish, is the last man alive against players. And unfortunately for him, Schneider's going to come from the side and take him out.
Yeah, and I mean, Trick, they did a lot of damage that round. JW just, you know, barely clinging on for his life. He's not going to be able to walk again, but he did survive. 1 HP on the Swedish player. And, well, I mean, you know, everyone else can on 9, 10 HP across 2 other players. You know, they did good damage. They just couldn't find the frags. And the Glocks ultimately at range, not pulling through for them there. But it's going to be the first round going the way of Godsent. And now we're going to be heading into this second. It is a eco round here for Tricked. I think they're going to try and surprise them by going for a 3rd round force. And, of course, you know, if you eco this round, you can get a fairly decent force buy together. Let's see if that's going to pay off. It is looking like B is going to be the site in question. I think they're going to try and rush out, and the whole play here is just to get that bomb down. They're not looking for damage. They're not looking to win. It is just to get the bomb down. Crim's is going to do a little bit of damage early on. He's going to get forced away, and Flushy is going to elect to fall off the site, try and fall back. Doesn't want to go down just yet. Finds one with the nade. Crims gets one as well the USP. Schneider comes on through with the M4, and then Flusher with the Mag 7 at the end. Nets himself a cool $800 with that frag. And it's going to get the defuse. But, all importantly, Tricked, they got that bomb down. So now they can get a very, very competent 3rd round buy on the board. That was one ballsy play, but I can't say I didn't love it.
No, it was brilliant. We're actually going to have to see Godsent thinking, you know what? We're going to have to upgrade a few of our weapons here. And surprised if we don't see anything coming out here. I mean, like, Pronax means got an MP9. Maybe he doesn't fully realize he's going to be playing up against 5 AKs here. So, even playing those close angles, he's going to have the disadvantage. So, let's see if they can actually pull it off. I mean, UMP, Mag 7 and 2 M4s versus 5 AKs with a lot of utility behind them, considering this is the 3rd round on the force. And they're going to be heading over towards on here. Heaven and Nico flaming it straight out. Flusher with the Mag 7 going to be playing dangerously close, making a little bit of noise. And Pronax, he's going to make full use of this MP9. He's saying, well, I don't really care if I die, I'll drop it, and I'll get a trade frag from my teammate behind me, who is Crims, who's watching his every movement, crosshair on his head at moments. And we're going to be seeing a potential movement into B-site any moment from Tricked.
Yeah, the amount of information Godsent have gotten from this play is truly unbelievable. They know exactly where Tricked are, and while the push is going to be underway and towards B, Nico's the first man out. He's going to be able to find one on a Flusher. Flusher has very little impact at that round, and then Schneider falls as well. He's the counterpart over towards B, the one who's meant to get those trade frags in, and as he falls, the trade's going unheeded. It's going to go 3 on 4 as Crims picks up that first frag onto Yugi, but it's still not going to be enough here. JW looking to peek down as well. They've got 2 players coming in from behind, and they've also got to worry about Pronax going on this long flank with the MP9. Nico's pushing in towards him. JW does find another, puts it into a 3 on 3, but then caught in the crossfire. Pronax is going to go down, leans the advantage back in favor of Tricked. Down there's 2 Swedes out on the site. Crims goes for the defuse. He's sticking it. It's going to be counting down. He's going to pick up 1 frag on a Maeve. Goes with a spray down on Huden, but it's just not meant to be as he gets the return frag. And it goes a 2-1 scoreline now with Trick securing their first round on the board in round number 3. You know, it was a nice round from them, but it was a lot closer than I think they originally intended. They picked up those first 2 frags, and then it actually ends up being a 2 versus 1 there at the end.
Yeah, I mean, once they got the information, they were very slow to go for the rotate there. They actually had to go clear out team main, make sure no one's going to sneak through there. Once they'd done that, then it was back through. And by the time they'd done that, all the CT players were dead on the B site, so it was a really happy to go for the retake straight through the wall there from Schneider. Is going to connect with anyone. They might actually do a bit of a return fire here if they want, but no, not wanting to give away any information here. Another spray down is actually going to take Nico down to 74 HP. And quite recently, a lot of people are feeling that burn. They are going for that spray. And they're actually landing a lot of the shots. Because, I mean, that's just like one of the few ways of actually doing it. I'm surprised they don't try and aim more to the left. But maybe that's just me and my X-ray watching that. And Juggy there over towards sort of team main, waiting for any movement to push in. And Tag is actually the only player with a UMP, and he's going to be pushing down into Pop Dog here, and he can gain out some good information. It's currently flashed out, but we're going to see smokes, flashes pushing out straight into A side.
Yeah, and they're going in swinging. Nico's going to get the first before Winden gets traded into. Puts it back into a 4-on-4, but still the grenades flying left and right. And while the smokes out on the site are going to allow him to get that bomb down relatively uncontested. Nico does actually tag up easy tag there through the smoke a little bit, puts him onto 29 HP, and Pronax going aggressive is going to yield him one frag. Easy tag as well, burns in the flames. He's going to perish alive, and they don't account for Pronax coming in from behind. Yugi's going to get taken down, and now it's going to be the defuse going the way of Godsent as they secure their third round on the board over on the CT side. Tricked, they might have got out, they might have got the bomb down, but in the blink of an eye, the Swedes secure that round very, very firmly.
Yeah, I mean, if we just look at the economy on the side of Trick, they're now going to have to wait again after considering it's reset after getting the win previously, so now it's going to be quite a painful sort of realization of what they're going to need to go for, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be a quasi buy because going for a force buy at this stage. Probably not advisable, considering they can go for full buy next round if they do just save. And we're going to see that coming out 2 P250 so far on the team, and Deagle 3 P250, so he can do a lot of damage with just these weapons. And Juggy, especially as he has got that sharp eye with the Deagle. Now Pronax going once again for the aggressive push down Ivy to boost his teammate there upwards and towards the boost. Potentially, no, it wasn't actually. He was just playing a little bit of a hide and seek from many players who push down, but that's not going to be the case. As they're going to sense a sort of a little bit of a danger here and going to back straight off without giving any sort of indication that they were there. Away, so SC Tag might be pushing out right now towards Electric was.
Yep, they're stacking up outside of this A site. Schneider's going to be the one in a good position to try and find these first frags, but the push is going to come underway. Not too much is done early on, and oh my god, Yugi, what was that? Mid-air finds that deep shot on a Schneider, and then Hunden as well puts it into a 3-on-3. Crim's trying to trade things back in their favor, so to pick up one, goes for the second, makes it two, looking for the third as well, and flushes there, finds damage on a Yugi. It's all going to be a 1 versus 3 for him now, and he might have got that nutty mid-air deke shot, but it's not going to be enough. As it goes 4-1 now, with Godsent securing a 3-round lead. That shot was insane. Did we just find the jump glitch? I don't know what that was, but
ladders, mate. Just ladders. But that was crazy. And you say obviously they didn't get the win or anything, but they did do. What they did do is damage the economy of Godsent, trying to stop them from being able to push too far ahead, and they did successfully do that. I mean, Snyder's only on 1k, the rest of his teammates are really only on 2k, with Pronax being the exception, as he had saved with that MP9 for a round. And we're going to be seeing them sort of pushing with AKs. They're already so far out considering all these smokes. And that booster is absolutely excellent. He's going to get the kill, and he does on Pronax, taking the advantage to their side. Now Grims are going to have to act fast here with his teammates, Schneider. And remember, they are brothers in blood as they manage to take out a lot of kills. But unfortunately, Schneider is taken out by Hunden from the side. Now maybe this partner and Chrome is going to be pushing down, but they don't have any Pronax to deal with, so they can have an easy time with it. But JW is going to turn this around, takes out the first kill, and he's going to potentially spot out a player on top of train, but he does actually miss that. Nico, the Destroyer, is going to be peeking around along trains, but he thinks better of it, potentially realized it would just be a bit of a death.
And I'm actually having some technical problems. You just called transfer. I'm really sorry. 1 second.
That's all good. So a kill comes out from SC Tag onto JW. That is it. The AWP dropped. Flusher dropping as well to the gun on Juggy, who has got the AK-47 in hand. Now Crim's, the last player alive, is going to be backing off. He's on towards long trains. That hasn't been spotted out, so he might be able to get an exit frag as they try to push away from the bomb site and try and keep them on there to keep them distracted. And it's actually worked out quite well, and we might see one of the players drop. Right now, he has got enough health, so Maeve is going to be able to get away with only losing very minimal. The same side on the side of Crim's. I mean, moving into the next round, we've got a mix of money across the board, and we're going to see a force coming out. Now JW is only on 3.9, so really, what is he going to go for? Probably a UMP, I imagine, some armor, some grenades, and maybe a diffuser. I mean, they've got 2 on board right now, so maybe doesn't need to. And he picks up the Mag 7 instead, so we've got 2 Mag 7s, 3 M4s, and on the other side, they're looking nice and healthy, full utility, AWP on Juddy there. And they're going to be pushing over towards a sort of bathroom here, and potentially down into Pop Dog. It seems like they are just going to be pushing towards long and late. Luckily for them, they haven't actually been sprayed through the wall, which is one of the usual spots to do it from, but they are fully aggressive on Heaven here. And they're just gaining every inch of ground they want. They're not being challenged. The flash is going to be coming out, And we're going to see the Max 7 player is going to have to try and push up against him. Flusher, the only player on that site up close, goes for attack, takes down one to quite low, but unfortunately him, it's not going to work out well as he is taken out by Juggy there. 2 players ready down on the side of Godsent. Crim's coming in with the kill of his own potential, and he does onto SE Tag, trying to even it up for his team. The M4 in hand, JW as well, has picked up one of his falling comrades, the M4s, and gets the kill. Juggy leveling the players here. Now, maybe with the flash could do a massive amount of damage, but it is spotted at the last second, so he's not going to be able to do anything. 3 defuse gets still in the hands of the CTs. He's going to turn around the corner. He's going to get taken out by Pronax. Oh, this is not looking so good for Trick, but as I say that, they get a kill of their own. Molotov's going to be going down, but Pronax should be able to work out that there. No, he actually misses it, and Nico's going to be able to take him down. Crims, once again, last player alive, goes in for 1 kill, but the trade comes in. Hooden with the final one onto Crims, and that is another round on the board of Tricked, and well-deserved as well. So moving into round 8, guys, it's currently 4-3 on Godsent's map, which is Train. So what is going to be happening here? And obviously, whilst Harry has technical difficulties, I will be solocasting and carrying this forward, because it seems his HD can't handle it. And I'd actually just like to point out, Maeve is currently on 006. Is he going to be the new James Bond? I mean, I know Daniel Craig has been offered a new payment for it, but is he going to take the role instead? And Hoon going to be able to find the kill onto JW as Godsent are on a bit of a quasi-buy here. The last two P250s in the hands of Crims and Pronax. All on the A site here, so they could easily get picked up here. They're going to be pushing into team main. One's going to get taken out by the trade. Schneider takes him down. Nico, though, onto the kill on Schneider there in the end. Now, we're going to see Tricked pushing in towards A site. Easily picking up and cleaning up all the kills there and only losing 1 member, so it's not actually too much painful of experience, especially as the sort of bank they're building and the nice sort of power roll they're doing as well.
Yeah, and it's going to go 4-4. Things get equalized on out, and well, I'm back, but the frames are still terrible. HDD's still melting, and we're just going to keep on going with this regardless. We're going to be seeing a full light coming out from both teams. 5 rifles for the side of Godsent, with 4 rifles over on Drake to 1 AWP up on Yugi. It's going to slow down their mobility a little bit, but on Train, those AWPs are very important. Good nade damage onto Yugi early on. It's going to put him onto 10 HP. Which could potentially be in a bit of a bad situation here as JW tries to line something up, does decide to opt away from it, but finds that frag, no problem. A nice leg shot there out onto Yugi. It's going to mean that it's going to go 4-on-5 currently, and well, I mean, looking at it right now, A looks like it's going to be the site in question. 2 players heading down through Ivy. Nico as well, finding his way down. Pop Dog uncontested is going to try to make his way out. Hunden flashes on through, finds one on a Pronax. Now it's going to go 4-on-3 as Crims tries to put that return back in favor of Godsent, and he does so as he finds the frag. Maeve though chimes on through, puts it back into a 3-on-3. JW goes aggressive onto Easy Tag, and now it's looking to be a fairly sticky situation here for Trick. They managed to push Maeve all the way up through in a CT. Schneider's still here though to try and deal with the threat that is Hunden, and he does so. So now it's all going to fall on a Maeve. 1 versus 3. Bomb in hand, but 7 HP and a dream.
And that dream, can it come true, or is it going to turn into a bit of a nightmare here, which he kind of is, as he's going to be pushing into a side here, straight behind Crims, as Crims doesn't realize he's coming straight up behind him. What is going to happen? Is he going to be able to find and kill him? And Crims has checked his corners, he's going to get taken out. That was so unfortunate, Crims, with the godlike checks there as he turns around and takes down the last player, Maeve. Apparently, it's just not your day for your dreams to come true, as Godsent do try and claw it back. They managed to get the first win within the last 3 rounds. So moving into the next one, we're going to be seeing them going for the full force here, or full buy rather, and a force coming out from Tricked side. Galil and the Tech 9 in the hands of Huden and Maeve. They don't have the full niceties that they might want. The smokes are going to be coming out towards A site, flashes as well, and they're going to be trying to push in through team main here.
Yeah, the push is going to be on its way. Well, Crazy's going to be the one to start things off. Finds one on Nico, puts it into that 4-on-5 situation with the 1-man advantage going the way of Godsent. JW as well finds another, puts it into a 4-on-3. They keep on pushing, trying to get these trades in, but Easy Tag now he's stuck between a rock and a hard place, able to find one on a JW, puts it back into a 4-on-3 now, but they've still got a 1-man disadvantage over their Swedish opponent's bomb. Is going to be making its way onto A, is going to get taken down. Flusher find.
And it seems like his PC might have burnt up into a crisp, but from downloading too much midget on there. So we're going to be moving into the last bit of this round 10 here, as the last player on Trick's side is going to be taken down. Flusher saying that, can he find his last 3 kills and take the 4 kills for himself? So we're going to be seeing him playing up against Crims, Pronax and Snyder, and Pronax is going to be pushing through team main. He could easily take him out from the side. He's going to be peeking around the corner, gets the kill as he sprays it down after missing the headshot there. Maybe a little bit, feeling a little bit embarrassed. as he did actually end up missing that. So moving into the next round, we're going to see tricked on the back foot, so not looking so pretty. And nice little buy coming out from Godsent. Flusher might be getting sort of dropped here. He does actually buy an armor and just a CZ, so I wonder what he's actually going to be doing with this. Maybe he sort of realised, I don't need to buy up. Tricked are going to be on eco rounds. They're going to have to go for pistols. And I reckon I could use a CZ to my advantage. But I mean, if Schneider's going to be doing the team damage he does there, taking Crims down to 1 HP, so not too bad. We're going to be seeing a push towards Popdog. One of the players down to 86 HP. Another one on 78, so not looking so pretty here. We're actually going to see Crims spot out one of the players even there, trying to get very sneaky. Maeve with the block is going to get taken out from distance by Flusher of all players with the CC, so he's only got a certain amount of bullets here, and ECS is going to be pushing up right onto him. He's going to be spamming that eagle, and no luck for him, and he is taking out Nico, going in for the kill onto JW. Last player alive is Judgy. He does get the kill onto Flusher, so getting a little bit of revenge there, but he is one of the last players once again with only 11 HP and a deagle. A deagle and a dream, guys. A deagle and a dream. They know exactly where he is. The bomb is down on B site, but they have managed to take out 2 of the players of Godsent, so that's going to be a lot of money wasted on the CT side. And obviously, remember, money isn't as easy to come by the CT side, and we're going to see Juggy there trying to push out towards along there, and he's going to get tapped down by Schneider. And the round is going to go in favor of Godsent. So if we have a quick look at the scoreline here, guys, we are going to see Godsent trying to lead the charge here. They managed to get 3 rounds in a row, but so far, neither team have been able to sort of go more than that since we've been watching them when we joined them late last game. The question is, can they break the curse? Can they do this and go against Jugi there, who only has an AWP and no armor? He does have a smoke, but I don't think that's really going to deflect too many bullets unless you get a very, very fortunate moment. And we're going to be seeing JW with his AWP peeking out towards his teammate. Now he is going to back off. Flusher with an AWP as well. So we're going to play the 2 double AWP setup here on Train. Remember, this is their map, so maybe they have some godlike plan coming out. JW is going to be playing up against Maeve and Hoon there, who's pushing straight down. He's going to have to give up his position straight away. Now we're going to be seeing them popping themselves out of a pop dog here. Nico potentially could find the kill here, and he does straight onto Crims. That is the entering frag they really need, but is it the one that they deserve? And now SE Tag pushing straight up towards Train, completely on the challenge there. Pronax is going to be able to find a kill, and it is onto bomb player. Schneider is going to take down SE Tag. Nico going to be able to take down Schneider in return, though. JW onto Maeve, and a little bit of a trade kill there. Juggy, they're unfortunately going to be looking up. They just missing each other by millimeters there. I mean, if JW had been peeking at the wrong time, he would have been going down. Now, Jugi on top of the Train is going to be able to scope out everyone. He is going to be playing against 2 AWPs here, so AWP versus AWPs. What is going to be going on? JW must have a bit of an idea where he is. I mean, the bomb has been picked up. They might not have been fully sure it had been dropped in the first place, so we're going to be seeing him fall back. But no. He's going to be going full in. He wants to put all his chips in one place, and he's going to be pushing up. He's going to be going straight towards the clutch of JW here, and the smoke is going to be coming out. We could see a potential push here, which would be so devastating if he does decide to do this. I mean, Crims has got the corner, so if he decides to push onto site, Crims could easily distract him with the shot as JW pushes in. Now, are they going to be able to play for this? I mean, the bomb is about to go down any second. JW going to be pushing through. He's going to be coming straight up behind him, but he's heard, and he's going to get shot there. But no, Chucky, that is going to be coming and trying to plant the bomb, but unfortunately he is going to get taken out by Flush, who had the other side, and that W AWP setup ended up working very well in that situation. They didn't play too aggressive, they didn't end up losing their foot in, they actually managed to carry it through. So once again, tricked on the back foot, they're going to have to go for this eco quasi-buy sort of mixture here. Nico with the armor and tech knife, so they could do a very good B-rush here and get the bomb down, especially considering there's only one player, and that is Flusher, and with an AWP he could easily be overrun. As I say that though, JW onto Maeve as they're pushing through Bob Dog. They find 1 kill in return. Now JW is going to be able to play and take another one for himself as Snyder and Pronax join in as well. Not wanted to be left out. Now Jugi, last player alive, gets taken out by the headshot by Pronax. Their team leader leading them forward into the next round. They've got the full advantage here, 9-4 on the CT side for Godsent. And remember, this is their map. And they did so well against Tricked on Overpass, which wasn't their map, but considering 3 other players on the side of Godsent, so Pronax, Flusher, and JW, well actually not, and Crims, sorry, all ex-Fnatic players, and they were very famous for the Overpass plays they did, so potentially should have done a little bit better than they did, but Tricked, absolutely fantastic in the way they've been playing. We're going to be seeing Flusher push out towards long, getting the kill onto SE Tag, ignoring that damage, he just doesn't care. The spray's going to be coming in, Crims through the wall, he's going to get a lot of damage done. as he wallbangs them. Now we're going to see a potential rotation coming in. Crim's going for the cheeky wallbang. Is not going to work so much in his favor this time. As Flush is going to spot out from Safi. He's going to chuck out that grenade. Easily going to be able to take out one of the players. He does, and some more damage. Takes out another. He's going on full greedy mode. Schneider with only 13 HP. And he's going to be playing it up big against Jugi there, who has gone up, and he's going to get taken out. Now, last player alive, but once again, he's trying to back away. 12 HP in hands. Pronax going to be coming in from Popdog. He could easily come up behind him and finish him off, but we're going to see Jugi going in for the very sneaky player there, going in for the flash, but that's actually a smoke. Not going to work so much, as he's going to get snuck up on through that potentially, or on long, and he could just get taken out with a single bullet or a grenade, and they know exactly where it is. And a knife. The disrespect JW on Jugi takes him out. Orpa on Orpa, but knife is going to win. What a round, guys. What a round. And unfortunately for Jugi, he just wasn't able to counter JW's sort of aggressive play there in the end. So yeah, let's move this on, guys. We're going to be seeing Godsent versus Tricked on the last round. What can they pull out the bag? Tricked losing the advantage quite fast in this game. So Flusher going to be playing with an AWP again. He could easily take down SE Tag as he pushes. He goes for the scope. Doesn't actually land the shot. Now JW is going to be going up quite aggressively against Huden, and maybe that boost was absolutely perfectly landed there, as he does actually push across. Now we're going to be seeing SE Tag and his teammate. They're going to be pushing on the talk across along there. And now JW going to be playing against Huden there as they push straight up, and he takes him out. They've got the advantage. Now they're going to want to keep pushing up. I think JW with his aggressive playstyle is just going to be wanting to go for it. The smoke, sorry, the flash is going to take him out. So he's going to have to back off here. Now maybe that's exactly where he is, but it's not enough. He gets the headshot through the wall, and he is actually taken out. So we're going to be seeing it in a current 5 versus 3, and JW with only 9 HP, but all he needs is those 9 HP, and he sees the legs, doesn't actually manage to tag him down. He sees him again. Jugi, you get one chance. The second one is not going to be coming in. SE Tag potentially going to swallow the player up in heaven, but not quick enough. Snyder is going to take him out, and now last player alive. It's not going to be good enough. Nico, the Destroyer, is not going to be able to destroy anymore, as he was slaughtered. 11-4 currently. Godsent with the lead by a number of rounds. And they just went absolutely ham there at the last point. I mean, it was just continual destruction after destruction. They know this map, they've trained it, and they just want to own it. And so far, so good. They've been doing that justifiably. And I mean, moving into round 16, guys, we're going to be seeing Tricked trying to bring it back from the brink with very few rounds to be able to make it up. I mean, all Godsent need to do is get the next 5 rounds in a row and just destroy it completely. So what we'll see come out of the bag, that is the question. Godsent with the pistols, they're going to go for a full Glock charge, I imagine, and a little bit of utility and a pistol on the Trick side onto Maven. They have got the defuse kit here, so that could easily come in hands. We're going to be seeing the A set up here from Godsent all across the board. 1 from Popdog, 3 from Team Main, and 1 from Long, and that is JW. He has been spotted out here, so it could easily be a good distraction. So what is going to be going on? That is the question, guys. Go a little bit quiet because they're playing very slow and sneakily. But either way, nothing's happened so far. I think they want to play mind games on the Tricked, not allow them to guess what's going to happen. They know exactly where JW is, but where are the rest of the players? They haven't actually been able to spot any of these guys out. We're going to see a push coming out into Popdog any second, so you can see them peeking up. And Huden could easily find the answer onto Flusher there. He's taking him down to 67 HP. SE Tag onto JW there, but Schneider finds one of his own. Pronax as well. Schneider could easily find another one onto Connected there. He's going to peek long, takes him out now. Only 1 player alive. Excellently executed in the end now. Nico, the Destroyer, can he find a kill of his own? No, not quite, as he does take it down. Krim is to quite low HP, 49 on the board for him, and he's going to be pushing up again. Hunting for the kill, and that burst fire around the corner takes him out. Now, that was a round Tricked majorly needed to win, but unfortunately for them, Godsent was like, we're going to play some mind games here, and we're going to play slow. We're not going to rush in. We're not going to give you that information. JW might mess with you a bit at long, and he's going to tell you, sort of give you his little location, but as far as you're concerned, we could actually be faking it. Or you could be going through towards CT and then doing a little bit of fake towards there. But this time it's going to be so different. Pronax is going to push straight in for kill with the UMP. SE Tag has got the scout. Could do a lot of damage if Pronax decides to push. He tries to shoot his foot. Does miss him that jump shot. does land a shot, but not quite enough. And now Pronax down to 66, but finds a kill of his own for the Flame. Schneider onto Nico, and then we can see Pronax jumping down again. He is just leading charge here. He wants this team to win. He wants to try and take them onto this map. They can't lose this one. We can see a shot from Crims just jumping straight up, landing on the platform, and taking down Maeve. Trick, this is slowly slipping away from you. Not slowly even, it's quite fast. They haven't won a round in a long time now, so they're getting a little bit thirsty, a little bit desperate. And the thing is, they're going to have to play for, well, stopping the Godsent from taking it to round 15, as they just go for a quasi-buy this round. Only a 5-7 on the board for Trick. Now, what are they going to be able to use with this? And Nico is actually deciding to go towards B side. I'm actually going to sit on the bomb train and just hide there. But unfortunately for him, this isn't going to work so well out. Considering we've got multiple players pushing over to him. Pronax being a little bit of distraction from Popdog. Going to be a little bit cheeky. Doing a lot of damage from the side. Pestering them. Not allowing them to side. Now Nico's going to be pushing up close. Finds one kill. But he's going to get taken out by JW. The bomb is now known. The location is gone through. But it's going to be rotated back through towards A here. I think they've just completely messed with Trick's head. They don't want to have them on the stable ground. They don't want them to be able to gain this sort of knowledge, and as I say that, SC Tag's going to be coming in behind, tags one of the players down to death there. Huden coming in from the side as well, but the side of Godsent is actually losing quite badly here. I mean, SC Tag's going to find another kill with himself, and he's going to be able to pick up a gun. JW, the last player alive, hasn't even got the bomb here. He's in a very dire situation. He's going to get tagged down from the side. 65 HP on him. He could easily find this if he wanted to, but he knows there's a player right behind him, so he's going to have to go for this. He spots him out, takes him out. There's a headshot. 3 players left. 2 on very low HP. Junkie there in a perfect location to tag him down. Misses his shots. Then now a headshot comes out onto him, but JW, the one and only, he takes out one. Now can he take out the last 2? He doesn't actually notice he does, and he does. He flicks up, takes him out. Last player on to Electric there, who takes him out. Huden with the clutch. This is exactly what we want to see. Tricked. Absolutely fantastic there, with only one pistol on their side, no utility, wrestling on default pistols, USPs and P2000s. Actually managed to bring it back from the brink. Now moving into the next round, we are going to see Godsent being able to buy up fully, and they're not going to buy nicely. They're going to buy full on as much as they can to try and win this back from Tricked, and just to money screw them, as it were. And JW onto Long is going to be playing up against SC Tag, who does give away his position. That smoke is going to be a good sort of giveaway that someone is going to be playing down there. The grenade could land a lot of damage, and it does onto Pronax. That spray through the smoke as well. Crims down to 31 HP. Not looking so dandy now, are you guys? Now, Godsent very confident, have been snapping up these rounds, and this AWP could easily find a kill as he peeks out, and Yogi will not be doing that again, as he also gets the tag onto SC Tag, and now a simple shot from the Glock could even take him out there if he gets it right onto the head, but they do decide to back off there, back towards T-Spawn. Now, SC Tag has got a backup there from Huden, but this has opened up sort of team main completely, and B is left with only one player. Now these smokes are going to be coming out towards A, and I expect we might be seeing a little bit of fake over towards B, if I am right in saying the smokes over towards Popdog as well to try and deny this, but it might not be a fake, as they're going to be playing from Popdog to try and gain some information. Now Tricked really need to be able to try and get this back. The rotation over towards B is going to be coming in, but Nico with 1 kill, but Snyder trade onto him straight away. We're full rotate going to be coming into the B side. The bomb's going to be going down. The kill's coming out. Maeve from below is going to hear the AWP, and he's going to take him out as well. Now Snyder, can he find the kill? And he does just that. They're taking down 7 HP. SC Tag, last man alive, 17 HP. Can he do it? There's a player right below him then. There's one coming up right next to him, but Crims might be able to spot him out in time. He actually misses him. He's gone past him. Look behind you. He's right behind you, but no, Snyder's going to be able to hear him, but no, he doesn't. Don't even look for him. He's going to be able to go on to site. Oh, we're seeing this, guys. He's got a defuse kit. He could easily do this. They haven't actually noticed him at all. Now you see Grims, and he's just running away. He wants to do this. He wants to do a full Pronax here, and he's just going to go for the full defuse here. But unfortunately for him, he is taken out, and that would have been... wow. That would have been some next level. My heart is pumping ridiculous. If he'd been able to get that defuse, it would have just been next level stuff. Either way, Godsent take it to round 14. They have actually managed to win the 14 rounds now, and they've only lost one in half a minute. I'm going to kind of count through those, because we all know Epsilon casting is bad, okay? And a little bit of GeoTV lag. It will be gone in 2 seconds. Tricked 5 rounds on the board. Not looking so pretty. They're going to have to try and match this up. I mean, even there with the AWP, not going to drop it over to their neighborhood or AWP. It's not going to be so great. SC Tag with the Deagle is going to be pushing towards Long. Are we going to be seeing them do anything special? We're going to see Pronax already out towards site. Is he going to be able to get a kill? That's the thing with JW as well. So going to be taken out from Juki with the Eagle. So the trade kill is going to be coming out nice and quickly from Schneider. Now Maeve round the corner does actually take him out, and now that is going to be another gun drops on the side of Godsent. Now Flusher is going to be coming out with the trade onto Maeve. Can they find any others? That's a question. I mean, Huden there has got AWP, so he can do a lot of damage. SC Tag from behind is going to be able to take out one, but they don't even notice him. They're going to be moving forward. I mean, Crims, he is going to be going hunting. And there's one player alive, and he's over towards Connector here. And Nico is going to get taken out from behind. Round 15 is now on the board. We're going to be moving through to the potential final, and they've just been stomping on this one. They've been saying, Tricked, you may have had a look. You may have taken us down to the sort of the floor in fighting and overpass, as it were, but this is our map. We picked this one, and we're gonna own it. This is our playing grounds, and it's fantastic to see. So we're gonna have another full buy from Godsent. Tricked going in for the full force. They don't have any other options. 2 CZs, 1 Deagle, another Deagle, and a 5-7. Now Snyder with the AWP goes for the tag that actually misses it, and he's lost a lot of health, so he's gonna drop the AWP there to JW, the master, as it were, on their side of the AWP. Very aggressive plays as well. Pronax with the kill onto Juki as he tries to push forward, and JW as well. Open up the side completely. Now 3 players left on the side of Tricked. Can they find the answer for Godsent? Potentially not, as the headshot comes out. Snyder with that one tap was fantastic. SC Tag entering in with a quad league of his own, but Pronax, the leader of his team, finds the final kill onto Nico. Absolutely fantastic, guys. Absolutely fantastic play style from both teams. Unfortunately for Tricked, Godsent brought it straight back and just absolutely hammered them round after round, completely unforgiving. So we're going to be going into the next game, guys, and it's not going to be Godsent. We're actually going to be watching Epsilon versus Tricked. So Tricked, after having that hammering, they're going to have to go straight up against Epsilon. Now, are they going to be able to win this? And we'll be seeing the maps coming up confirmed very shortly after a quick break.
I'm a streamer on Twitch, full-time streamer on Twitch, and I go by Summit1G. Basically, what I like different about the keyboard compared to the one I'm using right now is I'm using red switches right now. It feels like you have to press the red switch keys down a lot further than you have to on the new rapid-fire keyboard. It feels a lot different. It feels like you're going to be able to type faster, pressing keys down while you're moving in Counter-Strike and stuff like that. It's going to be a lot more natural. It's just going to be quicker in general. I like the rapid-fire keyboard because of the new key switches, and feeling like pressing them is just super natural and just easy for me.
Having the fastest keys in-game will allow me to have an edge against my opponents, and that will allow me to win.
I think the most useful equipment to play at high level is the keyboard, because you have to move around in the game and be very quick with your movement. I prefer cherry keys because it's swift, it's easy to press.
I like using cherry keys because it feels smooth and fast.
I use the K70 keyboard, which is the perfect fit for me. It's the best keyboard ever made.
to take a minute, just sit right there. I'll tell you how I became the prince of a town called Bel Air. In West Philadelphia, born and raised, on the playground is where I spent most of my days. Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool and all shooting some b-ball outside of the school. When a couple of guys who were up to no good started making trouble in my neighborhood. I got in one little fight and my mom got scared and said, "You're moving with your auntie and uncle in Bel Air." I begged and pleaded with her day after day, but she packed my suitcase to send me on my way. She gave me a kiss and then she gave me my ticket. I put my Walkman on and said I might as well kick it. First class, yo, this is bad. Drinking orange juice out of a champagne glass. Is this what the people of Bel Air living like? This might be alright. But wait, I hear the prissy, bourgeois and all that. Is this the type of place that they should send this cool cat? I don't think so. I see when I get there. I hope they're prepared for the Prince of Bel Air.
Flip these labels upside down. I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there. I'll tell you why we're the Sound Clash Kings live on air. In Merseyside, Future Bound was born and raised in the raves. Is where he spent most of his days. Started up Viper and the hits got made. Signed Brooks Brothers, the prototypes and Six Blade. Inside info, Rhymestar, just a few with the names. If a boy gets sprayed, the sound will get slayed in the clash. We ain't having it from no one, especially them sound boys from Shogun will own them. In hospital, now you can't even try it. Forget the NHS, I'd rather go private. Ram records more like sheep in a herd. When it comes to Sound Clash, the man will get murked. Jokes aside, we got a big up Mr. Jam for showcasing 4 of D&B's biggest camps. We got love for the supporters and all of the fans. Hashtag Team Viper, the Sound Clash champs.
Kingdom, I was finally there to sit on my throne as the Prince of Bel Air. Bel Air, Bel Air, Bel Air.
We about to turn it on. About to turn it on. We about to turn it on.
Welcome back to our second set of matches. We're having some more action from Trick tonight, coming off a best of 2 here in the ECS EU Development League against Godsent. Trick now need to be able to power through 2 more games against another team that's been very dominant as well so far, and that's Epsilon.
The question is, can they do it? I mean, Trick have played absolutely fantastic here on Overpass, and I mean, obviously, knife round can sort of dictate what could go on throughout the rest of the game, but at the same time, I don't think it really matters to Trick because they've just been pretty dominant in bringing this back. I mean, they just won it against Godsent. I mean, it was quite close, but still, I'd say that's quite a good feat. And I mean, against a team like Epsilon, do they stand a chance, though, Josh?
I think they do. I mean, previously, it wasn't a good result, 16 in their last game, so... You know, momentum is not really on their side right now. You know, the first map they won, of course, second, it didn't go as well for them. So hopefully now they can just really forget about that one and now concentrate against Epsilon. And if they can do that, I really believe they'll be able to get this one. Tonight, predictions, I think it's going to be 1-1.
Potentially. I mean, we did just see that with Triggs going up against Epsilon, and I mean, Triggs could be pretty happy with that, actually. I think they do actually need to try and win this against Epsilon on both maps. And if I'll just go confirm now which 2 maps these are and who picked what. I mean, I'm guessing Trick actually picked Overpass, and I'm correct in saying that, and then the Mirage is actually via Epsilon.
You're correct, mate. I mean, Trick and Epsilon actually played about 2 months ago on Nuke and Cobblestone, and Trick were able to win both of them quite well, 16-9 and 16-4. So,
oh, wow.
They actually have the advantage here. But I mean, that was a while ago, so of course things do change. But still, just looking back, that they were able to win. So, really, I think it could go in Trick's favours. But I think, really, I have to be honest with you, this is going to be a 1-1 game. If someone's able to dominate, they've got to perform exceptionally.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I say? Don't let your past sort of decide your future, so they really need to try and sort of create their own sort of new future here against Epsilon and not let the same sort of map lineup happen again. I mean, Doplin here is ready to open up, and he's actually going to be coming up right behind them. First headshot, second one not quite going to come out, but the kill is still land. Draken taking one for himself, another one from Doplin. They're just destroying Tripped right now. Maeve, last player alive. They don't know exactly where he is, but they're going to peek around the corner, but Barbar might get taken out when he is, but they're going to sneak up behind. They're going to be able to take him out. Freddy B being able to come back and join Epsilon a little bit further on in this season.
Doplin. That was that was
He's
his
back.
round right there. There you go. They just had absolutely no idea he was there, and he just waited for all the players to push, got all the knowledge of the players, and also connecting the shots as well. Just brilliant round from him.
Indeed, so we're going to be seeing 3 UMPs of Famas and an M4A1 coming out on the side of Epsilon. On the other side, we're going to see a little bit of a quasi-buy, or sort of a force buy from 2 other players. Lots of the Eagles on that side. We do know they love those. A P250 player who next going to push up. He's going to get taken out by Draken, who is going to be able to find the headshot on that Maeve with the Eagle. Can he find a kill? And he does onto Doplin there. A little bit of dancing around didn't actually save him. So actually down to a 3 versus 4. And M4 has been recovered by Jugi there.
Yeah, I thought they might have spotted the bomb for a second there, because he was able to take down the player, and I don't think it wasn't because the rotation didn't come in whatsoever, so maybe they wasn't able to spot that. If they was, maybe they could have rotated to help out, because they know where the bomb is right now, but currently Barbar, maybe he's going to go for Juggy, but unfortunately won't be able to spot him out in time. That's going to cost them a play here. There's still the advantage in their favour, though. They're starting to advance with these. The Eagles currently need to connect the shot. That's what they want to do.
The thing is, Draken's going to be coming up behind them from long. He does miss his first shot. He's going to take one down, second one, and deny the bomb plant completely. And Draken being able to pick up 3 kills there with the UMP is going to be racking and stacking that cash. 4k still with his armor and UMP. And I'll probably say just stick with it. He doesn't need to upgrade that. He can still farm some money. He could drop that over to a teammate if he needs to. And Barbar is going to pick it up. And Draken is just going to keep an MP9. So fair play. And we're going to be moving into the third round, guys. And Tricked have not really been able to pull off any sort of tricks here to be able to push ahead of Epsilon, who've been absolutely dominating the first 2 rounds. I mean, obviously they've been able to find some kills, but not enough. And we're going to be seeing them rush towards long here. And Draken, sort of Doppelin there, is going to be able to find some damage and a kill joined in by Draken.
Yeah, twice now. They're just not checking their angles, and from behind, it's cost them. Apparently now starting to advance. Draken gonna push up forward as well, but knowledge can be known by the teammates. Crossfire's gonna be set up though, means a 1 down, but at least a train kill can come back from Nico, but firepower's not the best in the world. At least Nico can trade up, but Barbar's getting super aggressive here, trying to take him with these flashbangs. Unfortunately, won't be able to spot one out now. Look at this, they're just gonna push together. This is what they want to do, just finish off the rest of the guys, but I don't think they've realised Nico's there as well.
There's only 1 player left, and Nico does find 1 kill. He's going to be able to pick up the M4. Barbar with the UMP is going to be able to find the kill in the end, because Nico just doesn't have the armor or the position. He was in such a tight corner. Whenever he tried to sort of shoulder peek, he was just going to get tagged down there. So, moving into round 4, we're going to be able to see the first buy coming out from Tricked. Full set of guns and armor and grenades. All the lovely things we want to be seeing, and an AWP on the side of Jugi. There, Josh, and now can he pull it off and go up against Draken, who has bought the counter AWP, and should be able to play up against Tricked here quite nicely.
Yeah, poor Nico wedged in. Nothing much you can do this. Look at this. So Draken going to be able to get the first kill. Loses aggression through the smoke. Doppelin as well showing aggression, but unfortunately will be traded out. Playing like Flipside, this is what they like to do as well. They like to get aggressive here on birthday party. But at the moment, really, it's actually cost them, as they've lost 2 as well. So it's fair play at the moment, but of course advantage got to swing into the favour of Tricked, as both teams though, they have lost the AWPers on both sides.
Yeah, but the AKs are in the hands of Tricked, and they've got this confidence boost. They've been able to take out Doppelin and Draken. And I mean, if we have we actually see the AWP being picked up by Nico, and he has done some good damage for that before. And if we have a quick look at the scoreboard there, that's actually the 2 top killers so far on the side of Epsilon who have gone down, and only the 2 bottom players for Tricked. So they must be feeling pretty happy with themselves being able to take those 2 guys down. And I mean, going into this next round, we do see sort of a Maeve pushing towards a B here, towards a monster area, and he could easily gain all this information very quickly. And as well as that, we're going to see a little bit of meetup between Resonator and Hooden here in sewers.
Yeah, just playing their time at the moment. They've got at least 35 seconds left on the clock, so they can walk around for a little bit, but is actually the flashbang's going to save him, because he's able to pick up that kill just before the flashbang decides to go away from him. So it means they are going to be able to get this bomb down. This is what they need right now. These 2 players left alive for this retake. They have got some utility as well, but not a lot.
No, and those counter flashes are going to be perfect, and Huden's going to be playing straight up against Barbar, and he has the advantage with the AK, takes him out. Now last player alive, Freddy B, is he going to be able to find anything? If Huden peeks that corner, he could easily take him out. Now Nico does spot him out, they know exactly where he is. The spray's going to be coming in through the wall, lands a lot of damage as well, and he's going to have to run for it. He's going to have to get out dodge right here and just try and save that M4 so they can try and sort of take the next round, because he hasn't really got too much hope here, but potentially... No, he is just running for dodge. He's going to go and try and find that AWP for his side, pick it up, but unfortunately for him, Huden has fallen all the way back and is ready and waiting for him. And guess what? If he can get this, it's the ace, and he takes it down. First ace of the game. And of tonight, he actually takes it down at Freddy B on the final kill, Josh.
Yeah, just losing too many there. They just didn't have enough to go in for that retake. And 2 of the players were 6k. So it looks like, yep, they're going to be going for a force buy here. Is this the wise decision to go for? Should they have saved? I mean, of course, they've got these UMPs. They're shredders. We know about it. But was it better to save up for the M4s?
Nah, just go all in. Gamble.
YOLO!
Exactly. So we're going to be seeing them push over towards Recreation here, or Park area, and they're going to be playing up against Draken. And I mean, Draken, he only has his CZ, so the information is going to be out quick. He's going to be backed up by Doppelin, who does have the AWP on long. So there could be some trades coming out, and they really need to get the advantage in numbers quite quickly here. And Nico is going to be making full sort of advancements here. He's going to be playing a very dangerous sort of game there, chucking the bomb as he peeks across. Now completely uncontended, they're going to be clearing out sewers here, gaining this ability to switch between A and B so quickly and so easily. So what are they going to be doing from here?
Well, you can see in Upper Park, they've started to get aggressive. Oh, and just a little boost up there on top of the railings as well. Could have got the kill, but only going to be a little bit of a tag. And checking with this CZ, playing this close range angle, waiting for that player to aggressive. Also has support as well in case, but looks like he's going to be able to come up on top. Losing 2. I mean, they're going to lose Hunden as well, so it's not the best of trades, but Doppler, no! Gonna have that knife out at the wrong time, and that means Nico can have the easiest kill of his life. Now just 2 of them left alive to hold this. Will he be able to hear the footsteps? There you go, there's a little bit of movement. Freddy's got to know there's coming. There you go, going to be able to connect the spray. Can trade up for the AK, and they've got the bomb as well.
Yeah, so 2 players live, but they've got the information, they've got the bomb. The thing is, he's going to get snuck up upon from B, not even realizing they're there, so they're going to be going for the full smokes onto the site here. Resonator in the perfect position to try and cancel the push in here, but Maeve is going to be playing very slowly, so he's not going to be crossing over yet. But as soon as they start to do that, he's going to be able to get the shots out as he targets. He's going to be rushing straight across, he's going to get taken down headshot straight away by the M4A4. And now, this is going to be a very big, like, sort of horrible moment here. The bomb is going to be going down in time, just in time as well. I mean, it must be down to 4 seconds now. Jugi and Maeve going to be playing up against Resonator. Resonator's being able to find 1 kill, but not another, as he is shot down by that terrifying AWP or Jugi.
Do you think he should have got aggressive there, though, because the player still needed trading, and when he was going back, he had that bomb out while he was pushing as well, because he realised time was against him, so he actually decided to stay aggressive. He could have picked up that kill, then decided to go back, wait out the time, and get it for his team, but deciding to play the safer option is going to cost him and his team around.
He's going to quickly realise that was not really favourable for what he wanted to do. And I think as soon as he saw the smoke down, he was like, ah, damn. Just lost this. Well, pretend. I mean, it was a very, very difficult situation to get out, especially when you know there's an AWP on the other side. And we're going to be seeing 2 pistols brought out on the side of Epsilon. Otherwise, they're going to be saving their economy here, as they are looking pretty desperate, losing the last 2 rounds and not being able to find more than 2 kills each round. So we're going to be seeing the teams pushing up nice and far. They're going to be able to gain a lot of information and ground here, pushing down into sewers as well, clearing out middle, and sort of making it easy to rotate like we did see in the last game.
Yeah, I think at the moment they just don't want to play too aggressive because they know the firepower that they currently.
Seems like Josh has gone up full robot here, so I will be taking over, and we're going to be seeing the first kill going to be coming out. Resonator is going to be dropped to Drake, and on long is going to be boosting up his buddy there, who is probably going to have his head ripped to shreds if he does decide to do that. Maeve getting flashed out by one of his partners in crime now. Who in there? Danish of Denmark is going to be able to find 1, not quite the second one, as Nico's going to get the kill on Maeve onto a Barbar. So we're going to see Freddy B as the last player live on the A site now. They do know where he is, as he pushed out at the wrong time, and Maeve is going to find the kill on him, Josh.
Yeah, okay, sorry about that, guys. A bit of rip. We're back though, we're fine. It was a nice round there, but now Epsilon can buy up once again. Going for full M4s. Decided not to go for the AWP. Time where it looks like Trick. They're gonna keep this setup with the AWP. I mean, it's working right now. Juggy just being very effective for his team, helping him out.
Indeed, so they need to do a little bit more than they're currently doing, but if they go for the trade kills, and if they go for the sort of proper angles and sort of push up and not let them gain as much sort of real estate like Epsilon have been letting them, they could easily shut down Tricked, but the thing is they've not been able to do that for a few rounds. Now Jugi is going to be sending out the smoke towards there, allowing his team to be able to peek a little bit further, and he's just going to hold towards long, and then Doppler's going to get shut off as well. That Molotov and the smoke combo is just going to shut him down. He can't peek it at all.
Not going to be as effective for him, but at the moment it looks like going to start getting aggressive here. It means he can take down Draken. It's going to be a nice opening for them, but of course some of the players are low, and of course this massive gap in the door means, oh look at that though, he's actually going to be able to find a Resonator. They know there's another one in construction, they need to push anyway because they need to get the bomb. Nessie tagged down to 9 HP. Not going to do good for him, he knows that people are coming from all angles, but look at that turn!
Wow. He actually does manage to find the kill onto Maeve, now down to a 3 versus 2, but the health is so bad on Tricked, it's going to be very difficult for them to be able to take down Freddy, but as I say that, Jugi has the answer, shot through that little barrier there, and this is really going to be able to open it up, and now last player live, Doppler is going to be coming in from heaven, and he's going to have to take all 3 players down if he wants to try and bring this back for his team, and they've gone full in for this round, so that money-wise, they have to win this, otherwise they're going to be sitting on their laurels and not going to be able to do much for the next few rounds, and he's just going to be playing very patiently up here, waiting to be able to get out there. I think he is just going to go for the save.
And 2 of the players are ever so low. Doppler as well. He knows there's an AWP against him, so he's got to decide, is it worth it?
Is it worth it? Indeed. I don't think it really is in that case. I mean, he doesn't even have a defuse kit. I don't think any of the other players did on B site. So try and do anything in that situation is so dire, and instead of trying to escape so like really quickly, he just waited. He just waited in the corner. I mean, as far as they're concerned, they didn't know he was there, so he was just waiting. And I think that worked out perfectly for him. And I mean, if we have a look at the economy here, Josh, and the sort of the kills, it's looking pretty bad for Epsilon. If they try and force up here again, it could really end them up in a bit of a choke situation, because they're not going to be able to build up the economy. Tricks are going to be running away. We can already see them on a ton of money on Trick's side. Even when they have to buy here, it's not really going to affect their sort of bottom line.
Yeah, they're listening to you, Tom. They're just going to go for the pistols for the rest of the team, so really going to be relying on Doppler to hopefully get them first, at least 2 opening frags to help them at least steal those rifles from the opposition. But at the moment, looks like they're going to be advancing to B. Freddy's going to be the man to greet them, but unfortunately he isn't going to be able to connect any of the shots whatsoever, and they're just taking this site away. And there you go, in a blink of an eye, they've already lost 3, and Nico as well, going to be able to take out Draken and Juggen on Barbo as well with that CZ. So, really over in a matter of seconds that round. But at least now this is where they can buy up, and this is where they need a little bit of a comeback, because they want to get this back to a level playing field.
Indeed, so unfortunately, not going to be the round they want. They did manage to find 2 kills. Not as many as they potentially want, but we're going to be seeing something slightly different now here, Josh. We're actually going to see Doppler and Draken picking up the AWPs. The question is where they're going to be playing. And we're going to see Freddy B just pushing straight down towards Suez, going to be heading face first with SE Tag there, who does play very aggressive, but he has backed off now. Barbar and Resonator on the short could potentially sort of distract him here. Draken as well with the orb on B. So 3 players on B. 2 over towards A, and one of them is playing it very much in toilets, trying to cut them off if they try to push down. If he peeks too much, he could easily get taken down. But Draken, it could be seeing out Maeve any second here.
Yeah, it looks like they're just going to play for that default play with the double ults, you know. 1 on A, 1 on B. That has just helped them secure it even more. It's a very cost-efficient way to go for it. I mean, it could work out for them, these double ults. They really don't want to lose this round, or they are going to be broke.
Indeed, so we're waiting for something to happen here. These guys are playing nice and slowly. Tricked don't want to play into the hands of Epsilon's AWPs, or M4s as it were, as they can't be sure there's 2 AWPs here. But as they're saying that, Jugi is going to fall straight down and going to be falling past Draken's crosshair. And Draken isn't quite quick enough, as Jugi does actually take him down as he lands. And that is currently a 4 versus 5 here. Tricked's going to be pushing in towards B. Molly and out. Toxic Barrels there. Essie is going to be pushing in himself. He's going to get tagged down quite low, but going to be able to find the head of the Resonator now as he turns around the corner. Barbar is going to be able to take him out. No, Huden actually takes him out. A little bit of team kill here. And Barbar's going to be pushing in, stopping the bomb plant from going down. Now that was crucial. He's going to be turning around the corner, but Maeve is going to be able to find the kill on him now. 2 players left on the side of Epsilon going off against the 3 players. Now this boost could be very crucial here. It could be the change of the game, but Maeve is in a perfect situation to counter them if he can spot them in time. He's just watching heaven here. If he turns around the corner, he spots them out. Now he's going to peek, and he finds the head. Doppler. That was unfortunate. He doesn't actually manage to find any kill. He doesn't look down below, and now we're going to see a 1 versus 3. Freddy B going to be seeing what he can do here. He finds the first kill onto Maeve, and he's going to back straight off here.
Yeah, wants to save that orb. At least they can save one of the 2 that invested so much. But look at this though. Nico getting aggressive as well, but he's got his knife out. Pulls out the AK at the wrong time, but unfortunate. He's Freddy's going to miss his shot. That means Nico can get that one back. Shouldn't have happened there. A little bit of a juggling situation. Who's going to be able to pull it out first? And that means they lose their orb, which ain't good.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, just look at their buy. They're already looking a little bit desperate here. We do have Barbar on 4k, so he's just going to be buying up a pistol and some armor as well. And just trying to do something for his team. I mean, the rest of them have got armor as well, so they're going to be looking for quite a strong eco, or sort of strong buy for the next few rounds. But either way, 2 Deagles, 3 Deagles, can they do it with 3? Can they do it with 4? That would have been the question, but we're going to see 2 ZZs instead, so they're going to be trying to play those close angles, and Jugi going to be able to find a kill on Freddy. That is an AWP down, but Doppler finds the answer, takes down the dog, the Danish dog, got the Huden there, and he is gone and out, so Doppler is going to be landing a nice kill there.
Deagle and ZZ Dream right now. Really need, this is definitely with the Deagles, got to connect the shots, and then with the CZs, need to play these close range angles. You'll just to completely spray them down when they reveal themselves, which is why you can see that's exactly what Epsilon's doing at the moment. Actually, Maeve might be greeted by him, and if they're able to steal that rifle, that could help them out. And Doppler connecting another shot here. They really shouldn't be challenging this guy at the moment, as his Deagle shots are just all connecting.
Another one, and as you say that, he finds another. Can he find it? And another! Jugi losing his head to Dolphin, the man of the hour, but no Maeve. Finding his own headshot, he's going to be taking down Drake, and now Epsilon player Resonator with the CZ is going to be able to find the last kill. Dolphin not quite going to get that deagle ace there, but that was absolutely fantastic to watch. And we're going to be moving forward into the next round. So as I say that, Tricked have actually got the full ground here. They've got 6 rounds on the board and the cash, all the cash they need to be able to buy up into this round. And we're going to be seeing another AWP coming out on Jugi and on Draken and Baba. A little bit of a different player here we haven't really seen too much of an AWP play so far this game. So is he going to be able to be the key to success? We'll see that very shortly as they do miss the shot. And I think that was actually Draken over towards party area.
Dolphin is just going to be able to help us out team so much now, because this is where they have their opportunities to start rebuilding that economy after that force buy.
Indeed, so we're going to be seeing Draken missing the shot once again. He's going to get taken quite low. Tag is going to be trying to take him down through the smoke, and he does just that. Finding the headshot after Draken does get the kill. Now Hooden is going to be turning around the corner. No, yeah. We can actually see Barbar take down Maeve towards Shaw there, and if he peeks around the corner, he can help out his teammate, and he doesn't in time, but takes down Nico in a little bit of a trade here, and they're in the advantage here. Last player alive is Tag, and he's left the bomb behind. Potentially just going to have to go for the kills here.
I mean, he's got a minute, so he could decide to go back if he wanted to, but it looks like aggression is going to be key for him, and unfortunately, Freddy, he's going to be waiting from behind, and he's realised the bomb. That's the problem. We're not going back for it is now that the players are going to be able to realise, and now he's trying to get away, but it doesn't matter, because Barbar can just spot the player out in time. Pick him up! Freddy didn't need to use that one.
Spot or just back, you know? No, that was very good. I mean, I'm with that. That's down to timing. I don't think he spotted down well. That's just sort of guessing. They knew exactly where the bomb was. Just wanted to take him out. I don't know. No, not just time. I mean, I think it said that you do actually create a lot of your own luck, and in that situation, I think he did. And it's down to sort of knowledge and skill, and he did just time it right and took him out. So only 2 AWPs on the side of Epsilon this time. So I think that is the right call. I don't think 3 AWPs really works well for them. And Freddy B is going to be able to find the first kill out onto Hooden, as they're going to be rushing up, and Barbar find one of his own. He's actually turning out to be quite a crucial AWP player here.
Yeah, rotation can come in now as the bomb went down. They went aggressive with it to start, and so they have to commit. They can't decide to go back, and it doesn't matter at the moment because they're getting slaughtered.
Absolutely taken to pieces here, so they're not even going to be able to buy up in the next round, if I'm right in saying, if they can't win this out. And the last player, Jugi, he has got the AWP where he smokes off from one direction, and he could potentially even get tagged down by Freddy if he turns around the corner. He does just that, and he's only got 37 HP on him after finding that kill, and he's got another 4 to do, and he's in a pretty dire situation. Very dire.
Yeah, I think he really needed to run away there and try and save, because he was wedged in. They knew where his location is, and someone's going to start pushing him at some point, so I think he had to run away, and that was his choice there, and unfortunately, Barbar was waiting for him.
And that was actually the equalizer round. They actually managed to stop Tricked at 6 rounds in a row, and they've managed to get another 3 of their own. So although it was a little bit of a stopgap, they decided we're going to bring this back. We've seen you play. We've seen you take Godsent head on and be able to win it. Put the bullet in the beast, as Harry was saying last game against Godsent, as it were. And now Resonator is going to get tagged, but not too much. He does know there's a player in short. Now the Deagle is going to go for the spam. If he could go for his own hit any second, he doesn't actually decide to go for it. And Hooden here is playing very aggressive. He could easily find the kill on Dolphin. He does just that. Now with the P250, he's going to have to play carefully, but Nico is going to be tagging down the player, and a headshot is going to follow up the tag and then the headshot. Remember, double tag everything. Now all coming in from long. Draken is going to be able to find a kill for himself now. Jugi coming in right next to him, wanted to pick up the AWP for himself.
Yeah, Juggermean just come from behind. That will help them out ever so much, and of course they still have some advantage with these M4s at the moment, and they've just lost the one on the site. They've actually had to retreat and really give them the site currently and hope to bait them in or something. That's what they've got to try at the moment, and they are losing one, but now just all up to Resonator. He can pick up one. He knows there's going to be a second. But look at this ducking, so he's just going to not be seen, but look at that, just the top of the head will be seen. And Juggy just going to be able to pick up the last one with that stolen AWP, so that was very close.
Very close indeed. Now the thing is, Epsilon should not have let that gone over to Trick's side. I mean, they're on a force buy there, and now Trick are going to be feeling pretty confident about themselves, but they could easily get shut down on this one if they're not careful. 2 Orcs coming out in the favour of Epsilon, and we have actually seen that go pretty well for them, and Doppelin with the UMP, and I think that's a perfectly fine weapon for him to use. I think any weapon for him to use, he's just proven a bit of a perfect player here. I mean, Draken does get flashed out, so he's going to have to back out very quickly. He's going to be spotting over towards Fountain there, gets the tag out. Nico is going to be regretting that in the morning. No amount of painkillers is going to help him, and he's taking down to 20 HP.
It looks like they've decided to go back a little bit now, trying to go for that aggression at the start. Didn't really work out for them. They want to head on back, and now you can see they are starting to advance here in Restroom. All 4 of them at the moment. The other player just going to be a little bit from behind, trying to jump to realise where Doppelin is, but it's not going to work out. He can just spray him with the UMP, and his teammate can get the trade back. A couple of seconds earlier would have been able to save his teammate, but look at that. The Molotov takes him down ever so low. The AK headshot connection as well, just able to put humiliation to the wound, and now all 3 of them, they need to come back. They're all going to come from 3 different angles.
And that is the thing. They're going to be coming from all different angles here, so they could have a quite good chance. But saying that, Huden is going to be able to potentially find a Resonator there, and he does just that. Now, 3 versus 2. He's going to be flashing himself out here and going to be able to spot Freddy B, and he's taking down to 14 HP, but it doesn't matter, as him and his partner Draken are taking out the drop. The AWP is dropped, and the money as well. Now, we're going to be going into the final round here, and Tricked somehow have managed to sneak ahead. And they've got the round advantage, the half advantage rather. It's currently 6-8 to Tricked, and actually I'm not too surprised. I mean, this is their map, and like I mentioned at the beginning, they're able to just power through teams, even if they're not getting all the kills they might expect it to need. They can still do it, and I mean, the top player is on 9-8, and that's just purely down to sort of tactics here. And then Nico pushing nice aggressive, and he's going to have to be playing against Doppelin, who's about to turn around the corner. Unfortunately, he doesn't check his corners. He's going to regret getting out in the morning. That headache will last.
Yeah, that's the thing. Epsilon becoming a little bit predictable now. They know that the aggression's coming out, so they're just waiting for them at the moment. Now Freddy trying to get that trade back. He is going to be able to be successful here. Of course, that bomb as well, gone down in Fountain, so now the whole team needs to rotate and offer support for these last couple of players. Able to cap another and a second on the Barbas. Now all it is just up to Resonator. He's on that A site. Where does he go?
Where does he go? From here, that is the question. Now, Resonator, Deagle, an Armor, and a Dream. Now, we've seen these being won before. The thing is Resonator one of those players who can pull out of the bag? Jugi there with the AWP and CZ, he's just going to be using that sort of CZ as he's peeking around these corners, pushing for his players who have AKs of themselves. They're going to be washing around. They're going to be moving as a group. They know there's only one player. They know they're on pistols at the moment, but Resonator in a perfect position. He does get spotted out, but he's going to get the kill onto Easy Tag here. He could easily take down Jugi there, but he does pick up an AK. And unfortunately, he doesn't have enough bullets, and that is the half to Tricked, 9-6.
Couldn't take a page out of Doplin's book there to be able to just connect him. I mean, gets one. I think just all those throwing of the guns and stuff gave him distraction where he still used a bullet, and that means they could just bring it down, and those last 2 weren't able to connect it. So, a bit unlucky there, and the AK just able to spray him down.
Yeah, a little bit unlucky. I think it could have done potentially a little bit better if it was Doppelin, but at the same time, absolutely fantastic. And we'll be going into the second half any moment. A little bit of pause coming out. Oh, yeah, a little bit of a pause. We'll be waiting for them to potentially talk tactics, decide what they're doing, or maybe a little bit of a toilet break for themselves. So the thing is, are they going to be able to try and come back into this next half? Epsilon again led sort of forward by Doppelin, and obviously on the side of it, Tricked. We're going to be seeing Nico and Huden at the top of the scoreboard.
Yeah, hard to say. I still want to kind of stick with my prediction with 1-1. I think both teams will win on their own chosen maps. That's what I want to stick with. I mean, Tricked, of course, taking the lead so far. See how they can perform on this CT side. I mean, Mirage for Epsilon on the next map, they've been playing exceptionally well on it. So yeah, I'm going to stick with my prediction. 1-1 for each side.
Yeah, I really do think they could do very well on their own maps.
Do you want to change up, Tom?
And we're going to be seeing sort of Tricked being able to take the first half on their map. And I think, like you mentioned, yeah, they are doing very well on their own map, and I think they've got to keep this ahead if they want to have any chance of sort of moving forward. I mean, especially considering the other map is going to be very much in the side of them, and that they could easily push this forward and take it, and that is obviously Epsilon I'm talking about.
Yeah, I mean, Epsilon, it's not like they're getting dominated. It's 9-6. They could easily go ahead, come back and take this one away. So, don't
Yeah,
take
no,
it
yeah.
away from them. Yeah.
Has to be very carefully played. I mean, and on Mirage as well, we've seen Epsilon just decimate players and teams on there. Sort of in the past there, and so I mean, as we wait for this as well, we're going to be going into the pistol round. Now, what are they going to be vying up here? This could be sort of the telltale signs of what they wanted to do moving forward. And now 3 sets of armor, 4 on the side of a Tricked and a diffuse kit on Huden. Now that is important to note. They have a smoke as well, so they could easily go for a little bit of a sparky move as well. And now Barbar with the decoy and flash for his team, and he did actually drop over a Tech 9 to Doplin. And if you're going to drop a pistol to any of your members, he'd probably be the man, and we're going to be seeing them push over towards Fountain here. And the question is Huden going to be able to find the answer? Nico finds one, but he's going to get traded out. Jugi, one of his own, and now he's going to take out Barbar as well. Doplin with the Tech 9 does find one. Freddy going to be coming in from the long, going to be coming in, finding Huden from behind, and equaling out to 2 versus 2, and the defuse kit, it's been dropped. Now Tricks are going to have to try and recover that if the bomb does go down.
Lucky enough for Trick, they are at least going to be on the site together here. Finally going to advance. Freddy trying to connect those shots with the USPS. Not going to be successful. Now just all up to Doppler. Now it's his opportunity to peak. He needs to get these 2 kills. He has the advantage though, as he has the knowledge rest of the team. And oh, look at that. Nice headshot coming out from Doppler. So bringing that to the 1v1. He has that bomb as well. So he could go anywhere. Still with 55 seconds. He could just play around if he wants to.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. He has a lot to do. He's picked up the USP instead of the Tech 9. I'd just like to remind you of that. And he's already picked up 2 kills. So he's got to find one to do. And all he has to do is play mind games and just wait around. As long as he doesn't make any footsteps, Maeve shouldn't be able to tell. But Maeve is just going to be able to sit tight here as well. And I think he's going to be pretty confident in himself that this might be happening. I mean, Doplin is going to be coming from long, and that you do see this kind of plays come out quite frequently across the multiple teams. So we're going to be seeing a Doplin sneaking in, going in for blind. If he plants the full back, this could easily go in his favor. And if he turns the corner, he doesn't actually check, he gets shot. But he doesn't actually get hurt, so now all he has to do is now play nice and slow. He's going to guess where he is. He's going to go for the plant here, but unfortunately for him, he's going to get snuck up on Maeve. Going to turn around the corner, and he's going to miss the shots here. Doplin going to get jump shot as well, getting tagged down to 15 HP. Can he do it? Unfortunately, he's going to get taken out now. Maeve, he's going to be coming in with the defuse.
Yeah, for a second there, you sort of was like, oh, I'm going to rotate now. Then looking at the clock and how much time he had remaining, you had to just stick with it. I think he really should have gone for the fake there, but of course maybe thinking that Tricked is just going to hold this back. But no, Godsent go out for aggression, and it works out for them as they're just going to be able to take the first round of the first half.
Yeah, so Tricked already with the advantage here. I mean, 6-10, and I mean, Tricked already won it. They've picked up 2 pharmacies, 3 even, and 2 M4s. Now they're going to be playing against the barrage of pistols, Deagle, 3 P250s, and a CZ. And we're going to be seeing potentially a little bit of a rush out towards the Fountain here. No utility in the hands of Epsilon at all. So we could easily see them get teared apart unless Doplin can do some amazing work with this Deagle.
Yeah, they don't want to give them the sight right now. But we're doing because they don't have any defuse kits. And oh, look at that, like Doplin once again using these deals. No surprise he's going to stick with it once again because he's just connecting the shots.
I mean, if you're connecting them, why not? Now Nico in a better position to try and counter Barbar, but he notices the gun is gone, so he turns around the corner, takes them out, and that is the bomb gone as well. Now Draken's going to be able to rush up forward with that CZ. All it takes is a few shots, and he does. Headshot coming out onto Nico, and that's another gun dropped on the side of Trick. Now Resonator is going to be able to hold down Suez here, and he's going to open the door, troll him around a little bit. Now Huden, one on site, can he pull this off? And he does. He takes him down from a distance. Draken losing his life. The last 3 players don't actually have a gun on their side either. They're going to be able to pick up the FAMAS there from long.
Yeah, looks like the Epsilon side, they're going to stick with this A site at the moment. And will he be able to spot the player? Tagged down to 17 HP, so at least he's alive. Has another opportunity. Hunden as well will be able to pick to 1 headshot, but look at this SE tag from behind. Gonna pick up Resonator, so Freddy just gonna be sneaking his way onto the site, creeping his way, and unfortunately for him, Maeve is waiting for him.
Yeah, unfortunately, SE tag is very much the Liger and the very sneaky player there. Comes in from behind and just takes him out, so they're not going to be able to do anything in the rest of that round. So Epsilon versus Tricked. Tricked have been able to pick up another round, buying up another FAMAS. They've got 3 M4s this time going into this round. The sort of economy on Epsilon is quite desperate. Doplin's actually opted in buying an AWP with no armor, and this grenade could be so bad for them if it lands correctly, and it does. They're taking Barbar down to 42 HP straight away without even spotting out any of the Tricks players. And we're going to see Nico just playing in for sort of a smoke play there, and just backing straight off towards long here. And if they're going to be playing double here, they could easily sort of push up and get this information that no one has pushed up long or in towards toilets.
Yeah, it looks like the Epsilon side at the moment going to play this one back a little bit, staying near that playground and fountain location at the moment. Not deciding to get too aggressive just yet. Wants the pace of the game go towards them.
Yeah, so the pace of the game, like Epsilon, are just wanting to change it around, keep it to their side, and trying to get a kill, and sort of make up for Barbar's damage there, as he is probably regretting walking straight in towards that grenade's path. Now Maeve going to be playing straight up against Freddy there, as if he turns that at the wrong time, he's going to be spraying through the corner, and he's going to take Freddy down to 32 HP. Really not looking so pretty. So only two of the players that combined don't even have 100 HP on the side of Epsilon, and Nico going to be playing up and close with this Famous. If he turns it around the corner at the right time, he could easily find 2 kills in. They're going to be pulling out utility here, potentially in that drop. That jump is going to put them out, and the flash is going to be coming out. He's going to be able to find 1 kill onto Barbar, but Barbar, with the trade of his own, he's going to be able to find 2. Houden going to be able to do a little bit of a counter there and take one down, and Barbar's just going to retreat back towards toilets and help his team. And Freddy B, who has got the bomb and quite low HP, down 32 HP now. Resonator trying to enter the site. The guy of the hour, he has got 100 HP. Can he find the kill onto Maeve as he's trying to peek up? He could push on and find the kill, but the bomb's going to go down any second, and it doesn't actually quite make it. Now Barbar left in a 1v1, 1 HP, 2 HP rather, versus 100, and Maeve knows exactly where he is and takes him down. 7 seconds left on the clock, and they're not able to land that bomb plant.
Yeah, Maeve right there. Just able to keep the players back, which meant the aggression could come out by his teammate and pick up them too. Just perfect play there. You know, you could see he was too distracted. He wanted to push the play. He knew where he was, but he was too scared if Maeve was going to peek him and then spray him from behind.
Indeed. So, what are we going to be able to see Epsilon do here in this very difficult situation? I mean, Doppelin with the Deagle, once again, it's so dangerous. Jugi going in for the shot, doesn't land anything. Now Maeve is going to be able to take it down to Freddy from that boosted spot there. Now no other players over towards B here. One is in Suez, and that is Resonator, but he's quickly rotating over towards long here, sort of, I mean, middle here. Nico's going to be able to find one, but he's going to trade it out by Resonator. Draken is lost now. Jugi with the Orb is going to be playing up very up and close. He has got 5-7, but he's going to be jumping away, and he's going to get backed up by his teammates, so he is actually quite safe there. He's going to be turning around the corner, potentially going to be able to find a kill. He finds the tag, but not the kill, and the 1D coming out from Barbar onto Houden. Now Resonator holding up behind because they don't want to full trick to SE Tag's rotation, but it's not actually going to be SE Tag, it could actually be Maeve. Now Jugi in a perfect position to be able to push up and find the kill if anyone tries.
Yeah, good work from Epsilon, being able to bring them back at the moment, and also going to be able to pick up Maeve now. So, where do we decide to rotate? I mean, at the moment, Resonator a little bit hesitant to go ahead and pick up the rifle in case there is going to be another one there. And why they're starting to rotate, because they're not 100% sure where that bomb is. It means they've left this site open. And look, you're about to realise where Barbar is. Unfortunately, not going to check to the right. Taken down. Dougie actually now going to be able to take down Doppelin as well. So all it is up to Resonator, and he's only got himself a P250. And there is one coming from behind him. Both angles, he's got to watch it.
Yeah, he really needs to try and push back, and he's going to do just that. Finds the headshot and another straight onto his body. Now he's got the AWP, he's got the information. He doesn't quite know where C-Tag is, but he's got the rifle. Can he finally kill the bomb plant? He's going to be coming in, and he's going to be able to stick it because no one fakes here. Although no saying that, he did just that. He's going to turn around the corner, he's going to get taken out as he thinks he's gone in for the full force defuse there, and fortunately for him, it wasn't quite right. And luckily for Maeve, he did actually manage to get the defuse there in the end. Very well played by them. And if we have a quick look at the scoreline here, Josh, we are going to see them quite equal on kills here. Considering Trick to so far ahead, you would expect a little bit more. I mean, actually, Houden there, lancing ahead with 18 kills, is doing absolutely fantastic for his team.
Yeah, SE Tag, I think he was just a little bit scared there. You know, didn't want to throw around the round just by deciding not to stop for a second, because he knew he had enough time to be able to check it, peek him, pick up the kill quickly. So, just think maybe a little bit hesitant here. And once again, look at this aggression coming out by the Trick side, and it's paid off perfectly for them because they're able to get this first opening frag.
I think we're seeing a little bit of an advancement of a new team here, and Maeve is going to be playing straight up against Freddy B and taking him out once again on towards short here. And Doppelin, last player towards short, is really going to have to do something different. I mean, Resonator with the AWP, slightly different player this time, as Doppelin does decide to just opt in with the AK-47. Now, Houden, your crosshair was so close to Doppelin there. Are you going to be able to notice that Doppelin is on the other side of that door as he's going in for the jump there? He should be able to actually hear that jump, but maybe not in time, as we do see two players over towards B. Wow.
Although, yeah, Hunden just takes down Doppler. Isn't great for the Epsilon side at the moment because now they've just lost another one and that's not going to help them out. Bomb still though in Upper Park. Came out nearby. Offer support. This was decided. What do we save for this long?
I think so. I mean, it's going to be very difficult for them to be able to do anything in a 2v5, being able to shut down these players. And the thing is, they've got Huden who's pushing up right behind them, and Nico, he's going to be in the answer, and he takes down Resonator. The AWP is outplaying, potentially another one, taking down Barbar, and that is two players who definitely shouldn't be that easy to take down, but from that vantage point, they just didn't expect it. Even though he did actually find a kill down in sort of connector area, they weren't properly watching it from the right angles, and they fully regret that. Now Barbar is going to be buying up UMP and the rest of his teams with the AK-47s. A lot of utility on their side, apart from Freddy B.
Yeah, I think this is where really now they need to come back. And of course, when that match point comes on the board, it's going to be extremely difficult for them. I mean, still got that match loss bonus as well, will help them out. But now starting to advance once again towards this A, so I haven't gone B.
Not quite, yeah, so Draken's going to be pushing up nicely aggressively. He could find the entry frag, but no, not quite. Jugi and Nico chiming in with kills of their own. Now Jugi, could he find another one? He's taking out quite... Well, actually, no, that was Nico, but Jugi turns around the corner onto Warlong. He finds one of his own. Now Resonator is going to be pushing up, and he's going to be playing against 3 players here. Nico is down on a HP. Barbar is going to be pushing up by himself as well. And Huden is going to be flashing them out, so this will be going quite badly from there. But no, Barbar finds one. The bomb goes down. Huden has taken down the second to last player. Now Resonator, one of the last players once again. He's going to be playing right up against Nico, who only has 8 HP. Could easily find a kill on him.
Resonator, what do you do in this situation? You've got to go for the push that one, but unfortunately, once again, Hunden will be waiting for as the crossfire set up. There's not much really that he can do in that situation, just try and go for it. Hopefully pull off something out the hat and able to pick up the kills, bet that bomb down and possibly the round, but now it's going to be a dire situation for Epsilon.
Indeed, as they're going to have to go for the full force here. Resonator with 4k in the bank. Imagine he'll be buying up that AK-47. There we go, a little bit of lag there, and he does buy one. And so moving into the final potential round, Tricked could easily just shut this down very soon, and Nico chucking off that smoke could give the misinterpretation from Epsilon's side that someone is in the party area. And Dragon's just going to be playing full force, pushing in through it with the UMP, and he does get taken down by Chuki. He just pops up with no cares given. He just takes him out from the side there, just saying, look, I was just checking out Connector, I'm going to get off here. Connector's not really my style. And we're going to see potential aggressiveness over towards B here, and unfortunately for them, there's 3 players here, and they're going to be checking all spots.
Yeah, we've definitely been preferring A currently, and it's not been really working out for the Epsilon side, so no surprise now finally going to be changing things up at B, but is it too late? Because we're already at match point currently.
And that is the thing, so we're going to be seeing the boost coming out. Resonator could easily take out Nico there, and he does just that. Now they're going to get sprayed through the wall, and it's Barbar is only on 20 HP. Now Maeve is going to be perfectly peeking around the corner. He doesn't actually get shots out, as Freddy B is going to be trying to pull bang them through there. He could get his feet found there, and he does. He's tagged down so low, 32 HP. He's in a bit of a dire situation here, but fortunately for him, Resonator is going to be peeking around the corner, only taking him down by very little, down to 69 HP.
Yeah, so both teams have lost 1 for 1, but of course look at the players on the Epsilon side, ever so low, and Juggy now can get another kill for the opposition. SC Tag knows where a player is, going to be tagged down to 32 himself.
So SC Tag does find it eventually onto Freddy. Now Resonator and Doppler, last 2 players live for their team. They've got their hopes and dreams in their hands. Maybe it's going to be pushing around the corner. He's going to get taken out now. Unfortunately, Resonator finds one, but not enough, as he does get taken out by Huden, who was up in heaven. So the first game goes over to Tricked, and unsurprisingly, it's their map. And it's on Overpass. And that was absolutely glorious to watch there. And I mean, if we have a look at the statistics here, before they sort of end up leaving, we do see Huden leaving it with 22 to 15, and he has been showing up today.
Yeah, Doppler, to be honest, I have to give man the match for this game if we want to say one. Just the lurking's been on point for him, his deagle shots as well, and just shots in general have just been working out so well for them. So, of course, you've got to say this is Trick's map. So, Epsilon, now we're going to be going to their map. Will it be the same result but flipped around where Epsilon can be dominant? Hopefully, that's what they're going to be looking for. But I hope you enjoyed map 1. We did. There's more like this when we return.
I'm a streamer on Twitch, full-time streamer on Twitch, and I go by Summit1G. Basically, what I like different about the keyboard compared to the one I'm using right now is I'm using red switches right now. It feels like you have to press the red switch keys down a lot further than you have to on the new rapid fire keyboard. It feels a lot different. It feels like you're gonna be able to type faster, pressing keys down while you're moving in Counter-Strike and stuff like that. It's gonna be a lot more natural. It's just gonna be quicker in general. I like the rapid fire keyboard because of the new key switches and feeling like pressing them is just super natural and just easy for me.
Having the fastest keys in-game will allow me to have an edge against my opponents, and that will allow me to win.
I think the most useful equipment to play at high level is the keyboard because you have to move around in the game and be very quick with your movement. I prefer cherry keys because it's swift, it's easy to press.
I like using cherry keys because it feels smooth and fast.
I use the K70 keyboard, which is a perfect fit for me. It's the best keyboard ever made.
We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. That's the part you always show, 'cause you're too curious. Maybe you
This is going to be our last match for tonight. This has to be a good one. It will be a good one. Two great teams batting it out one more time, Tom. Epsilon and Tricked. This has got to be an excited game. Doppler was just playing amazing with those Deagles last game, and now this is where we need him once again on Mirage.
The question is, can he perform for his team? And we are going to be seeing the 9th round finishing up. And remember, this is Epsilon's map, and we've seen them play absolutely fantastic on it before, and I think Draken might be able to lead the charge on here with Doppler. And I really do think they have a chance of being able to take this to the 1-1 that you did for first of all. And it's going to be interesting to decide sort of how they go about playing it.
Yeah, I'm not really surprised that Tricked won their map, of course, as I said. It's just they're playing so well on Overpass. I think it's their go-to map now, and I won't be surprised if they stick with it.
The thing is, they have to be very careful about that, because if they get used to only one map, it could easily bottleneck them and sort of pigeonhole them into one map. So we are going to be going into the first half, Tricked on CT and Epsilon on T, and now we're going to see almost the same setup on both sides, apart from obviously Jugi has got the diffuse kit here, and Epsilon are going to be playing over towards B here, full sets of armor, apart from Barbar, who is going to be able to sort of set his team up to be able to go into the site. But as I say, that Hooden does find the first kill. Now Draken's going to be entering in, trying to get a kill of his own. He doesn't actually manage to land the shot there. It's Hooden there. He's trying to find the answer himself as he's turning around the corner. He could find one. He finds one. Not quite the second one as he runs out of bullets. He picks up the Glock there, but not in time. Now Freddy B is in the better position. Takes down his attack with that double sort of shot. One on the head, one on the body. Now Nico not being able to land those bullets, and Barbar's going to have to be, pull out the Glock there. Gets one shot off a second one as well. He's going to go for the plant here, which is perfectly the right decision to do, not go greedy.
Yeah, Maves has got to take this one back, just taking his time around, just walking it. Look at this, I think he's still towards shot on the longer area, but he's actually decided to push up and get closer, but now they know he's here. Maeve can pick up one. This is where he could possibly take this one away. Will he be able to realise where he is? He does. He knows where Freddy is now, trying to jump. He's going to miss it though, but there you go. He connects the headshot, and Maeve 2v1 clutch is going to be successful.
I'd just like to mention, I mean, that was a bit of over an aggression from the Epsilon side there. I mean, Barbar was just trying to push him a little bit too hard and didn't just wait and let his teammate behind him go for the pick. Instead, he jumped out straight into his crosshair, died, and then it's pretty much happened from the other guy, and the defuse kit came straight into play from Trick's side, and they're pretty much set to go. So, Tricked already taking the first round from Epsilon on their own map, which I think pretty much Epsilon did to Tricked on the other map. So, we would ward another charge over towards B here, and they've gone for the full force here because they got the bomb down. And we might actually see Epsilon a little bit surprised from this, but they have got the guns to sort of support against this.
Now coming up, Hunden is going to be there to hold just for now. He needs his teammates to start offering some support, but unfortunately going to be taking time down before he can get any help. But Duggan, at least he can get a shot with that SSG and take another one down, making this retake a little bit easier for the Trick side.
And so Doppler does get the bomb down. He's going to be pushing over towards short. Footsteps could have been heard. Barbar with the Galil is going to be crucial in this. He's going to be legging out Nico, and so Maeve there takes him now, and Doppler onto Nico as he tagged. Does get taken down now as well, and Jugi left in a 1v3. Resonator has got a CZ, and he's playing right on next to him onto the bomb, and they know exactly where he is. He's not going to be able to take any kills as a Resonator finishes him off and going to be picking up the M4A4. And now this sort of setup on Epsilon is looking pretty good, and it's actually left Trick in a very, very undesirable situation.
Yeah, they just wasn't pushing together there, going for single pushes, making those 1v1s, and just wasn't able to come out on top. Just wasn't really connecting the shots for Trick, so they are going to give that one away to Epsilon.
Yes, I mean, if we do sort of think back to that, we did actually see three players pushing at the same time, one from long, one from shop. Actually, I think it was two from shop, and they got just taken out in one foul swoop, and that was pretty much GG for Tricked on that round. So we're going to be seeing a full sort of a pistol buyout from them, and it's really going to leave them in a bit of a dire situation when it comes to money, and they're going to leave B site alone completely. And Epsilon are just saying, you know what? Mind games and time. We have a lot of both, so we're going to be waiting for them to try and make a maneuver, and as soon as Draken turns around the corner, he could easily get taken out by Jugi. He does actually land a shot, but it's only going to take him down to 79 HP. Now Barbar is going to be chucking out that smoke and shutting him down here, and he now only has 37 HP. And we're going to be seeing that the push in from Freddy B towards Connector.
Yeah, they've let him take over mid-control. Well, it cost them. Well, at the moment, they're doing alright to keep him there. They want to hold them there as long as they can, just run down that clock, and being successful at the moment, but now you can see the aggression coming out by Epsilon's side. Trying to pick up the kill. Look at that spray. 1 HP in the dream. I think the nade will get him. And yes, it will.
Kobe. Doblin here has got the Farmers in a hand, and he's going to be able to do a lot of damage for that. And Jugi on 37 HP, and Maeve is going to be pushing straight up against Freddy. Unfortunately, not going to be ending so well for him. So 3 CTs left, and Jugi all the way over towards B, and the bomb is not anywhere near them. So this is not going to be so fantastic. Resonator is going to be pushing in with the bomb, and he's going to be able to get the plant nice and easily.
Yeah, they just decided to give it to him. You know, not enough really. I mean, they decided to go for this. They haven't got any armor, so they could decide to push if they want to. But it's still some money at the end of the day. You kind of want to save. So it looks like they are going to go for that option. Just maybe try and play for exit frags. Wait for that ultra aggression coming out by Epsilon. But they shouldn't really be doing it anyway. I know they've got pistols, and it's just worth them better just to make sure they save it and go and hold back rather than getting aggressive and try and pick up the kills, because it's going to cost them more than it would Tricked if they die.
Yeah, well, actually, no. No, not like I mean, well, yeah. With Tricked, it will cost them a lot less to die if they do die whilst trying to take out one Epsilon player, and that would be deemed sort of worthwhile for them. But, I mean, at the same time, I think it's a very smart idea to be able to save for this. I mean, if we have a look at the economy here, Tricked is still looking not so healthy, so they really need this pistols to be able to then not waste more money and be able to go into this round where I would actually like to see them go for a little bit of a rush mid Northia kind of tactic. I mean, it's very popular in certain countries. I think Russia, they love doing it, amongst others. And I mean, I think it would probably be one a bit of a dire situation to go for, and they're just going to go for that sort of all-out spread across the map and try and see what we can do. 2 players over towards Connector, 2 pushing short here. Are they going to be able to find anything here, Josh? I mean, especially against these weapons.
It just looks like you know exactly what they're going to be doing at the moment, Tom. Setting themselves up, but you're not going to be able to spot one. They've actually decided to get aggressive, but maybe hold back here. Up onto the short side, but Draken at the moment able to pick up another one for his team. They need to go ahead and recover that bomb because they decided to leave it back. But of course, they've got so much time, it doesn't really matter. They've got enough time to go ahead and get that one back, and now they're all just being tagged down one by one. Hunden now, he knows where Draken is. He's going to be able to look in time. He does turn around, but Hunden still comes out on top, so they're going to be looking to try and get that rifle away from them. But Nose players are waiting for him, can pick up that yellow now, but has to just go back a little bit. And Barbar's going to be able to spot the other players, so both locations are known now.
Indeed, so Doblin going to be able to pick up the final kill there, well, the final 2 actually. And if you have a look at the money, Epsilon are building it up nice and tidy here. And remember, this is their map, so they really want to make a sort of dominant sort of impression here and really put the scare into Tricked. Now the thing is, Tricked are going to be coming out with a full buy here. And Jugi with the AWP, and I've seen him do some very slick shots on this map before, but can he do it on this map and on this round where the pressure is building? If they lose another map, sort of another round, it's going to be a very painful sort of a build back up to sort of real sort of economical sort of standing, and Draken's going to be pushing over towards B here with the AWP himself.
Yeah, and that's where Epsilon can capitalise, as they can start getting that lead going. That's why they really want to win this map at the moment. But Hunden, he's going to be in a nice position here to deal with the players. Will he be able to realise there's going to be one to the right? It starts to advance, so Doblin can spot him out in time. But Juggernaut, trying to get aggressive. Unfortunately, the AWP's going to be able to come from Jake and to him up.
So now Nico, one of the sort of last chances here, is going to have to try and push in from short. He was tagged down a bit. Barbar is going to be holding up the rear in that apartment, along with his 2 players who are just staying there, not being too aggressive. Resonator picking up a kill for himself. He's going to get flashed out and tagged himself. Still being able to be alive here. He's going to be able to stop this aggression as he just doesn't fool. And the thing is, these 2 Trick players need to be able to save these weapons, especially that AWP, which is over towards Window Room, and they're going to get sort of pushed upon. I mean, the T players can just play aggressive. They don't care. They can die and still gain the advantage here. I mean, Maeve is the last player alive as his easy tag was taken down, and we're going to be seeing Maeve going down.
I also lost one as well, trying to escape from the bomb. Maeve, if he just peeked there, he might have been able to get another one down for his team. And see the Trick size economy, once again, it's going to be ever so low, around the 3k mark. So are they going to go for a force buy? Looks like they are just going to buy up some pistols at the moment, is hopefully trying to offer some support for Maeve and that AWP.
Indeed, so all the things they can try and do, and they're going to be pushing towards mid here a little bit, like I said before, and Drake can be able to find the first kill. Is he going to be able to find the next one? Is Jogi does push up, and he's going to get taken out. Now the rest of the CD is going to be pushed down, apart from one, and now Drake can do this. He's got two sort of targets here to try and take down. He is backed up by the bomb carrier, but they have to be very careful, and Nico is going to get flamed down. He's going to have to peek out, and he does get tagged down, and finished off by Barbar. Excellent teamwork there. Now, Easy Tag can find a kill himself, but he's going to turn around, going to get taken out by Doppler. Now, last player alive with the AWP is Maeve. On short, they know exactly where he is, and Resonator doesn't care about his footsteps. He's going to be rushing all the way through bombs there, and he could easily get taken down there. He's going to peek, and he is going to be losing his life. Now, Freddy B going to be able to find the answer and finish him off and pick up the AWP there for Draken.
Yeah, I mean, going for that shot and holding that angle, maybe not the best of ideas, as of course it means it gives his location away, and you can see there, able to pick up one still and pulls out his knife. That's not the situation where you really should be, because they could come from any angle, and that's exactly what happened. Done to pull his knife out at the completely wrong time.
Indeed, it's just trying to do something different. It just didn't work out in time. So Epsilon being able to pick up another round for themselves, and we're going to be seeing another buy coming out from Trait, and we're going to be seeing a little bit of a push towards A here. And there was actually a video the other day from Yanko. He was sort of explaining the reason why this usually does fail. So the question is this going to be able to work out for Epsilon? They don't go for the full smoke setup, so this isn't quite exactly the same. They are peeking out all the spots. They're making sure they're not pushing too aggressive, and as I say that, he's going to be pushing straight towards CT. Spots out, no one is there. His tag is going to easily be able to take out Freddy B, as he's going to get flashed in there. Taking him out, going to be able to go pick up the AK, upgrading his firepower there, and picking up a flash for his troubles. And now, this is a massive ride for Epsilon. They can't really know where he's going there. He could play nice and aggressive, so they're going to have to fall back from ramp.
Yeah, once again, they've given away mid control, and they can just completely capitalise this on towards connector. Draken, I think he knows her player's going to be waiting for him. Messi tag is going to be there. He's not going to be peeking the angle, so that means he's going to go down. And also, but still the orb as well. It's not good for them, as there's only 3 left side, but that's what they need at the moment. A little bit of comeback, but unfortunately, Maeve is going to be there and completely deny all hope.
That denial. Taking out 3 players with the M4A4 and just perfectly using it to his advantage. So we are going to be seeing another buy coming out from Trick. Easy Tag is going to be having to buy up potentially on this. Actually, no, I think he was dropped an M4 there. There we go. He does pick it up. And now another full buy coming out from Epsilon, AWP in hands of Draken. And we've seen how good he can be with that, especially backed up. And Epsilon are really good at doing those sort of trade kills. And we've seen them move around as a group, as we did there. At the end there, it didn't actually quite work out, because Maeve did find the answer with his M4A4. So seeing a little bit of a slow play here of the sort of Draken is playing very slowly and just holding mid. If they try to push, he'll find the kill. Now his tag is just going to smoke out Palace and saying, you know what, I pushed it last time, I'm not going to push my luck.
They're just trying to hold this one back at the moment, not deciding to push now. Epsilon, they want this place to go into their side, and that's why they just want to not getting too aggressive just yet, using up all their utility though at the moment for Trick, so it's going to go towards the Epsilon favour, because they're just wasting them trying to delay these pushes, and there's no push coming.
And there's still so much time on the clock, so with only with 1 minute on the clock, we only see 3 players with any form of utility, only 1 smoke, 1 incendiary, so that can only cut about half the time off. And I mean, that may seem like a lot, but that's in multiple different sections they're going to have to cover, and trying to work out those is near impossible. As I say, that Resonator is going to be pushing out towards B here, and Hooden is going to be there waiting for any kind of push. Doplin playing nice and aggressive over towards B, and that smoke is going to be working perfectly for him, as he's going to be able to peek out. He could easily spot out any player towards CT. If Jugi decides to peek here, this could be the end of him, but no, Doplin's going to be played very aggressive, and Nico in the perfect position to try and counter Resonator.
Yeah, as soon as he shows himself, he's probably going to be taken down, pulling out that Molotov at the wrong time, as Desi Tag is going to be there to get that kill. And also, oh, look at that, yeah, I was saying, also Freddy as well. This is just not good positions currently for Epsilon, just becoming a little bit unlucky currently in this round. Now trying to hold this one. The bomb still, though, hasn't even gone down. 5 seconds left, he's not going to be able to get this one. They're going to be able to pick up the round. Jaken's just maybe going to try and survive this one. Can pick up one, but unfortunately, just that mode of too many angles for him to hold. That's a trick to get another one.
Yeah, too many angles for him to be able to hold, as you sort of mentioned there. And really, we're going to be seeing a pause come out, and I think that is the right one. I think it might be a technical issue, as Nico is just sort of sitting there AFK, not buying anything, so I think he must be trying to fix his mouse. He is going to get dropped in an M4 there to sort of try and help him out. Another one is going to be dropped as well over towards Hooden, and Trick to set themselves up nicely here, Josh. I mean, if we have a look at the scoreboard here, they won the first one. They then lost 5 in a row, but they've managed to bring it back with 2 rounds in a row.
Yeah, it's going to be a technical issue. I wasn't really thinking tactical. Do you think it's maybe a little bit too early for a tactical pause?
No, I don't think it's too early, but I don't think Tricked would do it, and we do actually see Nico AFK, so I'm pretty sure I would place all my skins on it being Tricked needing a technical sort of pause here, so we are going to see that coming into play as far as I'm concerned. So we're going to see Barbar on 5k on the side of Epsilon, and I think he's actually... him and Nico are both AFK, so I don't know, maybe they needed to go join each other for a bit of a toilet break. I couldn't really say anything else because it's a bit weird. There's 2 players who are having to go AFK at the same time on the opposite team in different locations, and I think we should be back any moment now. Saying that, if we have a quick look at the buy here, we do have a full buy on either side, so it's going to be interesting to see how they sort of push this forward. And Barbar has got the option of going glass cannon. Do you think he should?
I mean, it kind of depends, you know, if he goes for it or not, but I don't know, it should be surprising. He could go for it. I mean, Barbar, best of the offer, we have to see. I don't know, it's kind of hard to decide. I'm trying to think in my mind, shall he go for it, yes or no? I mean, I think really just stick with the AK. Go for a full AK, just set up, and just maybe if they want to go B, just set up some utility and just go in and spray him all down. YOLO.
Indeed. Well, then on flip sides, I don't think they'll be going B this time. They might go towards mid. I'm obviously just joking. They have done some very good entries in towards B, so I wouldn't be too surprised if they do decide to go for that tactic. Now, the pause has been undone, and we're going to see Barbar and Nico come into play, sort of come back to life, and they're going to be able to pick up their weapons. And now, as predicted by you, full AK set up on Epsilon, and the smokes are going to be coming out towards mid here very quick as well. Setting it up very nicely. Nico is going to be one of the key players here to stop this push over towards B if they do decide to go there. But no, they're going to go down. And I think they might be going for the mid control there, Josh.
Yeah. Apparently you've triggered all the flip side fans, Tom, so you're not doing well. Really made some people rage. And I mean, at the moment, actually, it looks like they're going to be trying to take mid control with all these smokes as well. Also, one in Sniper's Nest as well, so he could decide to push forward towards that A site and take that player down, and one in connector as well, so maybe waiting for that smoke to fade in order to pick up one. But the flashbang, will he be able to get away in time? No, he isn't, as Doppler just can connect the bullets, and this is why it's so effective that that player's there, because he had absolutely no idea Freddy would be waiting.
Indeed, so we're going to be going down to a 5 versus 3 here. What is going to be going on? Nico could be the answer against Freddy if he decides to push very aggressively through here, and he's going to go straight through. That smoke is not a wall, Freddy. Shouldn't treat it as one, and he is going to get taken out from the side. Now Doppler is going to be sitting there quite awkwardly in connector, and we're going to have Draken jumping in straight in towards that grenade. Take it down quite late. He's going to get taken down to 71 rather. Now he does pretend to drop down, and he's going to jump straight back up and take the head off Draken. So Nico there, and now we're going to be seeing Essie tag down Judy. Last 2 players live. Essie tag's going to get the final one, not quite the second one with that spray down. He's got not good. He does get taken down with that Molotov and AK combination there, and the bomb is going to be going down. Last player there is Judy.
Yeah, good they can get that bomb down in time, because they don't have any utility to smoke off anyway. I mean, they've got that Molotov and they want to use it, but Drake at the moment deciding to hold, and Juggy going to be able to spot one location now is known. That's going to be the problem, as all they have to do is just focus on this one angle. Oh, trying to just, if there was one ninja, that would have pushed him out, helping his, making his job a lot easier with only one. Now he's got to decide to go there. That clock is ticking away. He's going to have to start getting aggressive, and unfortunately for him, Draken is going to be able to spot him out, but he's still alive at the moment. Trying to go for that knife kill. It's not going to work out because he's decided to pull back. 1 HP right now, trying to get a kill, but Barber are just going to be able to spot him out. Will he be able to survive before it goes? No, going to be taken down.
Yeah, I don't think he really expected to do that, but getting that last kill is crucial, and not allowing that AWP to be able to run away. I mean, Draken's be able to buy up one anyway, and Tricked are going to be left in a very difficult situation. They're going to have to go for this sort of eco, sort of quasi-buy here. We might see a few pistols or sort of utility. I mean, one flash, maybe a pistol. There we go on sort of Nico there with the P250. We're going to see a little bit of a sort of pushing towards window room here via Maeve.
Yeah, what do they do with these pistols? They've got one flashbang. Not the best of scenario for them. No armor as well, just going really for a must save at the moment. They've got to decide, what do we do? Do we maybe go aggressive and try and spot them off guard. Well, currently it looks like they're really going for a 4-man stack on A and 1 mid as well, so leaving B site completely open. And Epsilon might be able to realise that in a minute as they have players towards that site in apartments.
Indeed, so first kill is going to be coming out Drake, and now he's going to be playing against 2. Now 1, and he's going to get taken out by AZ-Tag with the headshot from the USP. Now that AWP recovery is dead important. The question is, are they going to be able to keep it? We do actually have a Doppler there going hunting. He's waiting for them to push around AZ-Tag as it does just that, and he's very open here, and he doesn't actually quite realize there's one player on top of construction. He's going to get 1 kill. Now can he get the second one? Maeve is going to be pushing up into B apartments there as a little bit of firefight is going on over towards A here, and Doppler is taken down, so that AWP is going to get recovered once again. Now Maeve finding potentially the kill onto Freddy B. Turn around the corner, he's going to not quite make that. I was so close. 24 HP left on Freddy, and the AWP in hands of Jugi. What is he going to be able to do with this? I mean, he has to play very carefully so they can't hunt him down. He's just holding CT. If he scopes in, if he makes a single noise, Resonator knows where he is actually. He's going to be turning around the corner any second to try and take him out. They have spotted him, and now Resonator one-tapping him in the head.
Yeah, it would have been really good for them if they were able to save that with Juggy, meaning they were able to get an AWP on their team. Unfortunately, you're going to be taken down. You really wanted to go for that save, but unfortunately, it's just come to once again. He's got 2 to hold, and he's just decided to stick with this one angle, not really checking, as you know, with the noise. He doesn't want to make sure anyone hears him going for that gamble, and unfortunately, there's going to be a player coming from the angle where he ain't checking, and he's going to be taken down.
Yeah, it can be very much the painful situation in that moment. So, we're going to be seeing 5 versus 5 once again. Still all of them alive. Resonator is tagged down to 59. They all have guns. They all have utility and armor. Can they pull off something different here? Tricked on the CT side. Potentially the weaker one for them. The smoke's going to be coming out towards window. And push up towards a connector. Jugi could push through this and make the full advancement onto Freddy, and he's going to do just that. Takes him down, but they know exactly where he is, and he's going to get taken out by Barbar. A little bit of a trade frag there. Now Doppler is going to be playing up straight against AZ-Tag, so if he pushes through the smoke, he could easily get taken down here, Josh.
Yeah, but it looks like he's going to wait for it to fade, and who's going to be able to realise where is the other one first, and he's going to be able to pick it up, but look at the cost. He's only left on 10 HP.
Indeed, and Nico final kill of his own onto Barbar, and Resonator is dropped by Huden as well. Now Doppler and Draken quite low on HP. Doppler is rather, and now Draken with the AWP is going to have to try and push this forward for Epsilon here, as for once they're actually on the back foot against Straight. Now the thing is, can they do this? Can they play this off against Straight? As we do have 2 players over towards B side, only one on A, and the one on A is actually Maeve, and he's done absolutely fantastic on this so far, and he knows exactly where they are. They're going to be peeking towards CT, and he's going to get taken down. Now Draken in a 1v3.
There you go, at least he can get that bomb down. So that means he can hold this site, but with this AWP, no utility. Gonna have to be watching everywhere, and all they really need to do on the trick side is push together, and they may lose one, but at least they can get that trade kill and get that defuse.
So yeah, so I mean, as long as they sort of don't push into get like sort of in the same angles, they should be fine against the AWP. And Draken doesn't have anything else in his favor. He tries to go for the fake flash, and it works. I mean, he takes down one player. Can he find out the next one? He does, but the defuser is going to be going down. He gets taken down at the last moment. Maeve being able to clear him up after defusing the bomb with 100 HP still on the board, and that was fantastic play there by Draken, being able to clear up 2 out of 3, but not quite the third, who did manage to go for the defuse there.
He hesitated. That was his problem. If he didn't, it's because the molly was there. He was so hesitant. Shall I push? Shall I push? And then finally deciding to push, and it was too late because he already got the defuse. If he just decided for that full-out aggression at the start, he would have been able to pick up the round for his team.
Dude, I think we've seen a little bit of a tactical pause out here from Epsilon saying, "What just happened? What?" that was a crazy play by Drake, and he so close to being able to pull it off as well, and that would be one for the books if he did manage it as well. Just like earlier, we actually saw like an almost like ninja defuse coming out from Tricked against Godsent, but just at last second, he does get taken out. I mean, moving into the next round, I mean, Epsilon have been doing very well, but I think Tricked are learning to read them a lot better, and I mean, sort of playing off against them in that last moment, and we sort of mentioned, just move together, take him out at the same time. He most likely isn't going to be able to take all 3 of you. He did take all 2 of them, but unfortunately for him, the Molotov was there. That's pretty much what was key there. I mean, the use of a utility and also chucking 2 people at him as sacrifice. starting to remind me of Hunger Games here. I volunteer sacrifice.
Would you do that for me, Tom? If they were calling me up and was in the Hunger Games, would you sacrifice yourself for me? Funny little boy, would you? Or would you let me just die? Oh, thanks, mate.
Yeah, you'd be pretty entertaining to watch on the big screen, mate. You know.
No, I wouldn't. I'm like 5'7". I'll be straight.
Oh wow, even shorter than me, and I'm tiny. I'm only 5'9". But either way, Barbar doesn't care how high you are. He's going to try and hunt you down. Now Doplin with the UMP is going to be turning around the corner. He's not going to notice his play on stairs, but neither did he. He turns around and finds 2 kills. They're almost 3 as Resonator finds one himself. Nico onto Barbar, and now Freddy does get dinged by one of his own players there, and Huden is going to be pushing in through sort of a jungle area here, and he hears his footsteps and takes him down. That is the bomb lost. This is a dire situation. I mean, they had full control there, apart from the bomb. Now that shot so close onto Huden.
That was literally half a second early, and he would have been able to get that shot. Just a little bit unlucky. Of course, it's the bomb. They need to go and recover it. That's all they need to do is really just hold this one together. And these 2 players are side by side.
They're so close to each other. That is the thing. And if Huden turns around the corner, he's going to do just that. He's going to get taken out. Now they're right next to each other. The last player, Nico, is in such a dangerous situation. Now Freddy is going to be chucking the flash out, and it's going to completely cover him. But he's not going to be able to speak him out in time. So Resonator is going to have to try and do some work here, coming in through a sort of window room here, and it's really going to be down to him to pick up the bomb. And they still have 40 seconds on the board, so why not just pick it up, back off, and go for the plant on A via CT. As far as they're concerned, the player could be in mid, he could be towards B, so it's a really difficult gamble, and we're going to see Nico pushing up, and unfortunately for him, he turns away at the last second, and he is taken out, potentially thinking there's a player coming for him through a window.
Yeah, do you think that's maybe a bit of lack of communication there? Because he must have been called that it was right next to him, so why didn't he spray through the door? Or the board, sorry.
He probably thought it was picked up. If you remember, that flash came out and the player jumped around. I thought he'd actually jumped across and made it and with the bomb over towards B. So he was then checking out short or sort of window as he thought he might be already through there and going off to plant the bomb and was just going to go for a save. And now Doblin's going to be playing straight up against Ezzy. And Ezzy only has a USP and it's not going to be enough, and he is going to get taken out as we see default weapons on Trick's side.
Good for Dotman flashbang as well. That might be able to save him just in time, as it does. They have to vacate back a little bit, and then they decide to push singly once again, bringing those 1v1s, and that's so easy for him. Up against Pinsel, he can do that in his sleep. And now there's just the 2 of them left alive onto B, trying to hold this one. Actually being distracted right now by one of the players while they can get this bomb plant.
Indeed, so 1 player left alive, and that is Nico, and he's going to get taken out straight away there by Draken, who is absolutely doing fantastic. And Doplin does add another 3 kills to his scoreline that round. Absolutely beautiful. And if we have a quick look at it as well, I mean, 15-7, he's just doing monsterly here. And Draken picks up their WP for his team, and we actually see the scout out on Jugi.
Yeah, it looks like Trick gonna go for this force by 4 Pharmacies and an SSG. Will he decide to go down mid though and challenge that AWPer? That's where really he's gonna have to rely on those headshots. He is gonna be going for it now, but currently the AWPer on the Epsilon side not gonna decide to push.
Indeed, so Maeve is going to be holding off at Palace there with the famous Nico in ladder room, very far forward. So if they do decide to push into window room or towards short, he has the answer for them, and that grenade could easily take Maeve down low, and he does. 56 HP after a single grenade without seeing a single enemy. That's not going to be so good, and Freddy going to be coming in. He sees it play, he's going to stagger him through. Only 21 HP left on Jugi, and he's going to be feeling the pain there.
Yeah, should have continued that spray, and then he would have been able to pick up the kill, maybe thinking he was able to escape by running up in time and just deciding to leave it. But sometimes just committing it to it, you might as well, just in that case where they stand still, and that's exactly what he did. He just froze when he just started getting shot. So best ideas, but look at Hunden and Nico at the moment. They're in a nice position to be able to take down Barbar, and that's it. They've also got the bomb as well. They are just in a perfect situation for them as they're able to pick up another one here. I've got to say, now that this bomb's gone down, this is definitely Trick's round.
Easily, I mean, Epsilon have already gained this sort of advantage, so they're pretty very happy for themselves. So, I mean, every round now is just an absolutely sort of piece of, like, extra gold to pick up. I mean, they don't really need it to be able to push it forward. Well, saying that, I mean, it might be a little bit too early to call that, but at the same time, the way they've been playing, And as I say that, Maeve does actually get a kill onto Draken, who was caught there. And now Huden is going to be playing up the last player, and he takes him out. 3 kills with that AK-47. Absolutely fantastic play there, and they're all going to be upgrading their weapons apart from Mesitag, who didn't manage to get one, and neither did Jugi. Remember, Jugi was actually tagged down to 21 HP through the wall, so that really wasn't looking so good for him. He managed to bring it back and went on to the last round. Now Tricked really need this last one.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, let's be honest with you. They want to make it 9-6, make it exactly the same as it was on to Overpass, make it a nice, comfortable situation. You know, 6 is, yeah, it's definitely possible to easy to come back. 5, a little bit harder, of course, and it's not as. I think really when you get stuff to 9-6, or when you're on that 6 side, you think, yeah, the comeback it could be actually quite easy for them. And when it's 10-5, it may sway you a little bit towards, oh, this actually might be really difficult. That's for me personally, though.
Yeah, and Freddy is going to spot the head of Jugi if he spots again, and he does, and he loses his head, so we're going to be moving 3 versus 4 now, as we actually see Maeve being able to find one kill on that. Instead, he could potentially save his life, but at the same time, gave away his position. Resonator could peek around the corner and take him out if he pushes far enough, and he's going to do just that, trying to find him out, and he does find the side of him and finds the kill. 2 players left on the side of Tricks. Can they find this last one? Finding 1 kill, but they're going to get picked off as Barbar takes down Essie, and now Huden, last player alive, is going to be coming in from underground. He's going to get spotted out here from Draken if he's not careful enough. Flash is going to be coming out. Molotov as well now. Huden has made this all the way up into Connector. Finds out 1 kill. Can he find the last few?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's possible there, but unfortunately for him, though, Barbar is going to be able to peek and why he's not watching. So 10-5, he's going to be the score in the first half.
Indeed, and it's not looking so dandy there for Tricked. They really need to put some new wheels on and get it sort of spinning in action and try and push it forward and take over Epsilon in this sort of a wall of tug, or sort of tug of war, as it's sort of really cool. They really need to sort of pull a little bit harder, or really in that art you just need to be able to stand still and use your aggression of your enemy to your advantage and sort of wear them out. But within obviously CS there's only a limited amount of rounds, but they could try and take this back to an even score. If they win this first round, they have a very, very good chance.
Yeah, definitely. They need to win these pistols, then get the, you know, the 3 rounds in a row ready for the easiness to win those pistols, and that will start slowly creeping themselves way up to that 10-10 mark. Then they need to leap and win that first rifle round as well. So they have a lot to do at the moment, but definitely possible for Tricked.
Indeed, so they did actually win the first pistol round on the CT side, but they did lose it. So the question is, can they do the same thing back towards Epsilon? And Draken's going to get a tag out over towards Huden, who is in mid with only 68 HP. A lot of utility on him. I mean, there's a lot of utility on Trick, so they're really going to be going for it. And Doppler on short as well is going to be spawning his play. He's going to be pushing out. The smoke's going to be coming out. Doppler knows this information, takes his head straight off, and punishes him for playing by himself.
Oh,
You get smoke.
Yeah.
And Resonator finding one of his own there, Josh. And Doppler joining in. Resonator with the second headshot. Now, Nico, last player alive.
Now starting to come back here. Oh, look at that. Resonator just going to be able to connect that last shot for them. So Epsilon pick up the first pistol. Not good for Tricks.
Yeah, not looking so good at all, Josh. So, they didn't actually even manage to win that first one. But the thing is, can they come back and force this one up? Probably not, because they didn't actually get the bomb down, unlike Epsilon did on their T side. So we're going to be seeing a sort of a few flashes and smokes going to be coming out from the side of Tricks. I mean, 1 and 2 smokes, 2 flashes rather, and Freddy is just going to be pushing in. He doesn't care, and he's going to meet up with 3 of them. He knows exactly where they are. The bomb is in there as well. This flash is going to help him, as he's going to be pushing straight back in here against Glocks. The question is, he finds 1. Can he find the next 2? As the rest of his team are going to have to deal with them as they push onto site. But no, not quite. As when he does retreat towards construction, he's going to be able to turn around, find 1, not quite a second. He's going to try the third though, as Barbar joins in with 1 as well.
Yeah, Freddy and Barbar, right, they're just holding. Looked a little bit of a whiff at the start. They're trying to connect their last play on the couple of HP he had left, but was able to connect anyway. And he was really lucky that Barbar was there, because he was able to offer support and, you know, do the damage where he could just come in with the few remaining bullets he had left and just sweep last 2 away.
Yeah, so Tricks are looking a little bit desperate here, buying 3 UMPs, full utility, and 2 Tech 9s. I mean, if they take over the B side here, they should actually be able to pick up an M4 of their own. And also, well, actually 2 M4s if they do have to be able to get these kills. But Resonator going for the sort of spray out by himself isn't going to be able to connect with anything. The smokes and flash are going to be coming in very quickly, and they're just going to be spamming them all in. Doppelin with a flash of his own.
Yeah, can pick up one as well just before that smoke fades away. But the problem is now it just means he's all by himself. But Draken and the rest of the team are going to be there though. In comes to offer support, jumps through that window. Unfortunately, not good for him as the players are going to be there. All up to Juggy, left alive, and unfortunately, there's just too many for him to handle. And just from help from Resonator, Draken can't pick it up.
Indeed. So Epsilon with around 13 on the board, and the economy of Tricked. They're going to have to try and eco and save for the next round, but they're going to have full round loss bonus of full 200% extra cash in the bank, so they're going to be able to buy them nicely, and I might feel actually a double AWP coming out from them potentially. I mean, Draken towards mid is going to be able to find not quite the first one. He does actually get tagged down there, and Hooden waiting for him to pick. And he does just that, but unfortunately, Draken finds the head.
It's not good so far. They can't really do much, unfortunately, for him. Draken and Barbar just denying them of everything currently and trying to go for the push. Nice dink firstly, but unfortunately can't connect it at the end. That means he's only on 14 HP, so decision there to go for that smoke. It just means he can head himself back. He doesn't want to go down to Juggy. That's the last player left alive, and he hasn't even got the bomb. I think he's got to go in front of it as well to pick up. He does, and going for that peek to try and recover the bomb won't be successful, as the whole team's going to be there.
Indeed, so the full buy is going to be coming out from Tricked. I don't think we're going to be seeing double up here. Nico with only 5.4. I expect to be buying up the AK. Nice set of utility, and they'll be rushing over towards sort of mid and B. And Jugi needs to be set up here in mid. Maybe go for the sort of one-way smokes, get the kill onto Epsilon into mid, and take full control there and buy up some more real estate in sort of B apartments here. So we're going to be seeing them push up, but Draken's going to be facing up against 2 in mid.
Yeah, they realised last round that that AWP was just so effective. I mean, of course, they were only on pistols at that time, but I think they've learned the lesson now. They want to make sure they're smoking that off. But Doppelin, look at this aggression here. Going to help them out, and Draken just going to have to rotate to connectors so can pick up another one here. So now they've lost 2.
Yes, looking very dire already with sort of Drake, and you see ECS tagged down to 67 ready. Freddy's going to be pushing through, but unfortunately for him, ECS has the answer and finds the kill now. 3 versus 4. Doppelin and Barber are tagged down. Doppelin 23 HP now, maybe going to be pushing towards CT, sort of onto A site rather, and he's going to get tagged down by Barbar, who is on A site.
Not looking good for them, Tom, is it? I mean, just 2 of them now. One of them half HP. They've gone ahead and recovered that bomb though, and they know, I think they know one of the players is there trying to connect the bullets, able to realise and see his elbow, but isn't able to connect the shot. So why that distraction is being made? ECS is moving his way up on mid.
The question is he going to be able to get far enough? And Resonator's taking the kill onto Nico now. They're going to start expecting something like this. I mean, Draken does rotate over towards potentially towards the palace, but it doesn't need. Barbar looks towards Connect and finds the final kill. And Josh, 5-15. Epsilon looking very, very pretty here. They've got all these rounds in a row, 10k on 2 players. They really don't even have to care about losing this round. They could just play very aggressively, go for the frags, and get the win. And now Tricked, on the other hand, they've got this force buyout, 3 Galils, a Deagle, and an AK, and a lot of utility on the hands as well. And I mean, the scoreline isn't looking that great for them, and we're going to be seeing the ace up here, and this is very difficult to sort of execute against these players now, and the smaller smokes is out. Yeah,
they're just going to go out for this aggression onto the A side. Look at that, side by side, kissing distance, and he's going to be able to come out. Oh my god, Draken, look at that, wide jumping down. He's going to be able to connect the shots here, and 2 of them now in Ninja, but jumping shot. Nico going to be able to pick this one up. Doppelin trying to get aggressive. Will he be able to connect the second? No, because ECS can take him down, but man advantage still in Epsilon's favour.
Indeed, so 2 versus 3 situation. 2 from Connect, another one from Jungle. 2 AWPs, 1 AK. We're going to see Resonator trying to help out his teammate there, who Barbar is taken down quite low. Now ECS is just going to be jumping on here, and he could easily play aggressive and take out Draken here, as he has pushed up. He's going to take down Barbar. Going to fall back, reloading a little bit too early. He's going to have to peek again. He's going to take down another Draken. He's going in for the 3rd here, as he peeks around the corner. Resonator, last man alive, doesn't quite realise they're both on a site, as they're playing very sneakily here. They're just playing it so Nico is the last man alive, and that's exactly how you play that situation. He put the unease into sort of Resonator there. I mean, Resonator was just not sure where the last 2 players were. He knew where one was, but not the second. And so he did just see Nico playing very slowly and just like, hey, I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to go for the trade kill.
Yeah, Draken with that CZ, he knew where that player was exactly, so I don't really agree with this decision to go for that peak.
No, indeed. So we do see another double orb set of Resonator and Draken. So Barbar isn't going to be picking up this time on the side of Epsilon, and on the side of sort of Trix, we're going to see Jugi picking it up, but for Resonator from a short is going to be able to perfectly take out Jugi if he shows his elbow, which he was about to do, but he looks away.
Yeah, look at us just tapping away, trying to connect that, but not going to be able to connect any whatsoever, literally using the whole mag. But there you go, SC Tag can pick up Doppler. That's what they want to do, getting that first entry frag for the team as well, now advancing onto mid.
You know what I say? All the time, it's not over till the fat lady sings, and she has not sung yet, so Tricked could easily bring this back to a 15-15 and take her to overtime. We've seen it before on this map. Overtime, it cannot happen. The question is, are Epsilon going to allow that to happen with 4 players on the map? One of them is tagged down quite heavily, Draken, only 54 HP on the bar, on the sort of the health bar there. Now, can Barbar help his teammates to push this forward? And Resonator does just that instead, takes down Nico as they're trying to push in towards B. But SC Tag, what is he doing, Josh?
Look at this, he's just walking into this site currently, and it means he can pick up one. Now, they've got to realise one's going to be coming from behind, so Draken is going to set himself up, but no, it's not going to work at him. But Resonator, look at this angle. He's holding such a tight angle. He should be able to pick this one up. He's realised one's going to be pushing, but no, SC Tag now again can pick up another shot here. He's just going huge for his team. And now it's just all up to Barbar. He can get that kill finally onto the player. Took their time. Both of them with the knives crossing at the same time. No one can pick it up. But now he knows where it is. Deciding to go for this Glock, as he knows he's going to have to play this tight angle. Barbar just walking around. He won't see, though, that he's to the left. But no! What? Barbar can turn round in time and pick up the kill. End this one up 16-6.
Wow. Barbar being a star player there at the end, being able to pick up the final kill and taking the game for his team. So 1-1 in the maps in total. I mean, that was so intense at the end there. I really did expect Trick to be able to make a full comeback there. I mean, they got it down to that 1-1, and only, unfortunately, a Glock in existence. He got so much damage out, but as we all know and absolutely hate, the Glock is a water pistol.
Yeah, just wasn't able to connect that last bullet. The comeback was real, but unfortunately, Barbar's going to be that man to tonight. So thank you everyone for joining us here on the ECS EU Development League, and thank you for joining us here as well on the Weefreemen channel. I've enjoyed the Casters channel, and I'm sure challenge channel, and I'm sure you have as well, Tom. Hopefully, we will be able to do it again. But for now, that is going to be all over. Good night.
I'm a streamer on Twitch, full-time streamer on Twitch, and I go by Summit1G. Basically, what I like different about the keyboard compared to the one I'm using right now is I'm using red switches right now. It feels like you have to press the red switch keys down a lot further than you have to on the new rapid-fire keyboard. It feels a lot different. It feels like you're going to be able to type faster, pressing keys down while you're moving in Counter-Strike and stuff like that. It's going to be a lot more natural. It's just going to be quicker in general. I like the rapid-fire keyboard because of the new key switches, and feeling like pressing them is just super natural and just easy for me.
Having the fastest keys in-game will allow me to have an edge against my opponents, and that will allow me to win.
I think the most useful equipment to play at high level is the keyboard, because you have to move around in the game and be very quick with your movement. I prefer cherry keys because it's swift, it's easy to press.
I like using cherry keys because it feels smooth and fast.
I use the K70 keyboard, which is the perfect fit for me. It's the best keyboard ever made.
That's all, folks. Join us later.